You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it.
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together. Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
hello, all of you beautiful people. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wolldog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
Ride the lightning.
Oh, and let's not forget Kyle, the coach Duggan.
Hello.
Hello. All right, gang. Well, preseason game 2 is in the books. We've got plenty to talk about there. We've got ourselves a Bolt beat lined up, an Askboltfam, and the epic conclusion.
I cannot wait to do this.
The Broad Bolt trivia. We are chomping at the bit to find out
it's gonna be
who
mine.
is going to get
It's gonna be mine.
these freaking frosted mini wheats.
It's gonna be
these
mine.
biscuits in a box that are just covered in Chargers
Biscuits
memorabilia. God bless. It's
I saw some added signatures on their social media this week.
I know.
they can't stop, won't stop.
No,
They just keep adding them on.
the whole
there.
team is on
These
there
ladies, they're going to give us heart attacks. But let's start off here at the top. Our guest that we had on last week, Kyle kept referring to Antonio Gates as the Hall of Famer. Little did he know
inevitable.
how right he was. Eric Williams tweeted out, Bolts announced Antonio Gates will be inducted into Chargers Hall of Fame. Sir, Gates is the 41st.
That's pretty quick, man. From retirement to Hall of Fame, that's a couple of years he got in there.
now. Dominant.
Yeah.
That's
Gates-
before he's even eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's the same year. Like, well,
He's eligible next year for the NFL Hall of Fame, and he's already going to be in
Chargers
the
snuck
Chargers.
in there. A
Okay.
couple months early.
yeah. So apparently Gates is the 41st member enshrined into the Chargers Hall of Fame. The induction ceremony will take place Sunday, December 10th during halftime of the Chargers-Broncos divisional game at SoFi Stadium.
Cool.
I think that's the game we're trying to.
We were
Yeah.
kind of mulling it over, going like, should we? Well, now this
We have
is
to go.
history in the making.
Yeah.
Happening on December
Kept
I'll
10th.
be like,
know him.
Antonio,
He's your voice.
remember me? Can I get
I
on
was
the
like,
field?
Antonio! So congratulations, Mr. Gates. We were blessed to have you on the show, and you
Yeah.
are now blessed in Chargersdom
So cool.
for all eternity to be in the Chargers Hall of Fame. Well deserved.
Well
And
deserved.
anybody that saw the video, holy smokes, what an emotional
What a cool way
moment
to
when they-
reveal it to him. He thought he was just coming
Yeah.
in to talk to the team.
Give
just
a
to
little
hype up the
speech, yeah.
team.
And old Deano comes in and really just opens up the waterworks and the
Really
floodgates of love.
Beanos in there, huh? Dino.
Dino Beano.
Just Beano, dude.
Beamed him with some Hall of Fame accolades.
You want a Hall of Fame? Beano.
you just got Beanoed.
Sounds like you got a commercial for the end of this episode.
Dino's Beanos.
Dino, let me get a pen here. Dino's.
No.
B-News. Okay.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
All right, folks. Game 2 preseason didn't quite go the way we wanted. Now we can all take a little solace in knowing that, hey, it's a preseason game. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is the
The
opportunity,
beauty of the preseason.
Because
Fall back
there's-
on that doesn't matter.
because there's certainly moments in this game where, like, if the goal was to win, obviously we'd have all of our first stringers out there. Obviously, we wouldn't have pulled Quentin Johnston at whatever point we ended up doing. You know, you don't pull the hot hand. You want to see how some of these guys play.
Yeah.
That's how we sleep better at night, is reminding ourselves that is the situation. But Chargers went down 22-17. Saints took the win.
We were in it till the last drive, dude.
That
It-
last drive, man, was pretty
The
exciting.
Bynum
Yeah.
it was the 36. It was the 4th and 20 something.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he got
almost
hit.
a
Fourth
hail
and
he was
23,
throwing.
yeah.
to Bynum. Just really just locked in, got the ball. Like that was great. It just
Yeah.
kept it alive. It's like I love the fight and the team.
Yeah,
Like they were fighting till the very end, which you need, even if they're not your starters.
exactly. Yeah, Easton, and another surprising, Easton Stick played the whole ding dang game.
Yeah, and he threw the ball 41
I
times.
saw Max Duggan's crotch, but that was about it. Like he was standing there on the sideline, the camera was slowly zooming in, and we were like, "Whoa, that's a bit too big." But
I wouldn't be shocked if they did like split the first game, Easton gets the second game, Max gets the third game type of situation.
I mean, I hope so.
I'd be curious.
I came to see Max Duggan. Damn it! I want to see a Duggan in a Chargers jersey. Why would you take that from me?
He was so mad because Adam actually came over and we watched the game
furious.
together. He's like, "Why is Easton still in the game?" He was very upset about it
because Easton.
he was getting worked up again.
You get me so mad. I almost like it.
Almost like it.
Yeah, Easton Stick was 21 for 41, had 233 yards, 5.7 average, 2 interceptions, including that last one that just sealed the deal for all of it.
Too.
And the fumble Rooski, yeah, the sack fumble.
That fumble too was kind of pathetic. Like
it was soft.
It wasn't like a strip sack where he's like going to throw and the defensive end is rushing around and smacks his hand. It's like he just didn't put the ball away.
Yeah. It was definitely wasn't his finest hour. It was good to see him get in there and play a whole game. You know, you want to see who your backup is,
right.
And who knows? Who knows to say what he would have done with the
first string offense.
But there is something to be said for there were moments of panic. Like he had when he was in the pocket, he had moments where he panicked and made poor decisions.
Right.
And that's not great. But that's why he's not a starter in the league and he's a backup. And
exactly.
He
had
did
a great game
ran,
last week.
Scored 2 touchdowns. He ran his rushed his ass off. So
yeah,
he's leading rusher on the team.
Yeah, averaged 9 yards a rush, which is pretty wild. And also rushed in 2 touchdowns. It was the only 2 touchdowns of the game, which was also kind of frustrating for me.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to see some receivers, making some catches or running backs running it in, but that's fine, Easton. You can have those.
Yeah, it felt like there was I don't know, like looking at the numbers here, it feels like there was a very conscious decision that we're going to see if Easton Stick can throw the ball. I mean, it was a tight game the whole game. It's not as if the Saints got up on us and we had to throw the ball 41 times.
It was pretty much one possession most of the game.
We threw 41 times and our running backs only ran the ball 15 times. Easton had 7 carries, but a lot of those are scrambles that you put on the on the books go as a carry. But yeah, Isaiah Spiller 5 carries, Elijah had 6, and Josh Kelly had 4. So it's like we threw the ball a lot to see. We're going to go into this game. Easton's going to play the whole game. We're going to throw the ball a lot and see kind of how this goes. Because you want to have your backup be able to step in and do what Justin does, right?
Right.
Like those are Justin type numbers. You throw the ball 41 times, that we're like, oh yeah, that we have a good chance of winning with Justin Herbert. So you don't want to have to redesign your whole offense when you bring in the backup, which it feels like you kind of have to do with Easton. He's such a different quarterback. He's an athlete. He's that Taysom Hill runner, but has a good arm, but he is a much more get outside the pocket, let him run if there's nothing there type of guy. And I think that got exposed a little bit in this game, maybe.
I want to see Max Duggan play with the 2s and not the 3s and 4s.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping game 3 he gets the start.
Yeah,
I really see what it looks like.
I think that I know their seniority, they'd probably give it to Easton again, but I want to see what he would do with those better wide receivers because he didn't get to 100%. Throw to Quentin Johnson.
Well,
any of those
get
guys.
A second to throw with the offensive line.
He was just getting class. So give him some time because he's got the same kind of wheels as Easton. Maybe he's even a little faster than.
I'm going to say first game, Max Duggan looked really fast.
Oh, he's quick
on that run,
super fast.
Yeah.
I saw an interview where they asked Darius Davis, he's a fast quarterback. If you guys were running the 40, how big of a lead would you need to give him so he could beat you? And Darius was like, not much, man. He ran like a 4.5 or something. He said maybe a 5-yard lead. That's about it. So I just want to see Max Duggan. It's, as a fan, we now know what we're probably going to get with Easton. That's just is what it is. Let's see Max Duggan.
Holy crap. Max Duggan did run a 4.5 240.
He's fast as shit, boy.
You said 4.5 and I was like, Kevin, you're a psychopath.
No, he's definitely not Duggan.
I'm telling you, that first game,
he does not have our Duggan speed.
No.
He's got that A Duggan.
Whatever branch of the family tree we're on is a little rotten and it's just hanging in there.
Here, and then wherever that ancestry decided to go with an A instead of an I, we got the slow genes and the I Duggans, that A Duggans. Those guys can move. 4.5 40. For a quarterback is moving.
Yeah. That's trucking. Yeah, Easton Stick being the leading rusher is interesting look. Isaiah Spiller had himself pretty good game, average 5.4. He had a real good run there. I think it was the second quarter when we saw him.
Isaiah, he almost scored. He got down to the 5. He literally broke 3 tackles in that play. Like that, when he ran like that with our offensive line, he felt like the RB2 to me.
Yeah,
much more so than Joshua. Joshua doesn't have quite the wiggle, the getting away from stuff and breaking tackles and still having the balance. He's got it, just I don't think at the level as Isaiah does.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the longest run Josh had was 5 yards on his last game. So,
he didn't play very much, and he didn't do all that well.
Yeah.
I think it was tough for Elijah Dotson because everyone was so freaking high on him last week. Oh my God. I think maybe what happened last week is more of a product of the third and fourth level of players on the Rams, more so than Elijah. But he did have one run where he hit this defensive back so damn hard. It was like if you had any question about him being a bruiser, it was solved there. Yeah. So the problem is his hands. Like he dropped two. Yeah, the two on drops. His hands were just. You're not going to be able to be on the field if you're doing that kind of thing, especially in clutch moments. They put a lot of these guys in clutch moments with the 2-minute drive at the end of the game, and mistakes were made. So you can't count on those guys when mistakes are made.
And then on the receiving side, Stone Smart was the one that had the most receptions. He had 4 for 32 yards, averaging 8. I mean, Terrell Bynum, you already mentioned, he caught that big deep pass from Easton Stick, just the one catch for 39 yards. It was good to see Quentin Johnston out there too. I mean, we were watching the game going like, are they even going to play Quentin Johnston? We didn't even know if he was out there. And then finally made some catches. Keelan Doss as well. We saw, some good catches from him in the first preseason game, and he continued to do so this game 2. We even saw a quick flash of Pokey Wilson as well. And John Hightower was one of those guys that just was making mistakes, not
offside
catching balls.
Penalties. Like for all the hype he has at practice, he really didn't show up when the lights were on in this game. Like he had a good amount of snaps. He was out there a lot, and no confidence in when it comes down to big moments right now for him. Like at this point, Jalen Guyton's healthy. It's absolutely his job in terms of what he's able to do in those clutch moments, because just silly offside penalties, like, come on, you can't do that shit. You're a wide receiver. Just don't. Like you shouldn't be doing that. So that pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah, 1 catch on 6 targets is tough. I mean, what are you guys giggling about? What did I miss?
I'm just laughing at Kevin going like, piss me off.
Yeah, he was targeted the most of all the wide receivers. He was targeted the most, and he didn't do shit. It was just and I wasn't at camp. I'm just going off what people said. I'm seeing the highlights of him, but the 7-on-7 is different than 11-on-11 when there's, ill will and people are trying to get, you're going against somebody you don't practice against. And he just didn't. He had a really bad game. I just don't know if you can recover from that and make the 53.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, and also on the special teams side, we saw both Dicker the kicker and Dustin Hopkins was out there making kicks. So.
Who looked better, though?
I mean, they both made their kicks. So.
I know, but I'll just say I felt like Dicker was a little more right in the sweet spot, right down the middle.
Decision, and so you're looking through.
It's funny. I think I totally did because I saw I saw Dicker.
That's my
you got Dicker goggles, yeah.
My dick glasses.
Like beer goggles, you have Dicker goggles.
Dicker goggles. But his kicks look better. They're right down the middle. It doesn't have that it's like my golf game. Doesn't have that slice, like the kind of fade.
I can aim far enough left to make it in the fairway, but it doesn't look good.
Let's not compensate. Let's keep it right down the middle. I'm going with that golfer over the fade guy.
Fair enough. All right, let's look at some quotes after the game. Staley, after the preseason game against the Saints, said at halftime, we had done all the things that you don't want to do in terms of winning and losing. Yet we were right there. Then at the end of the game, which was still true, I thought we played with more energy in the second half. I thought we competed better in the second half. We were able to overcome the turnovers, some of the fourth downs that we didn't get, which are kind of like turnovers. They kind of are. I thought that we were able to hang in there and give ourselves a chance. It's going be good for our guys to see how you can stay alive in a game like that and give yourself a chance. But then it's going to be great for our guys to know why we lost the game, because we lost the major items that you can't lose in this league.
Easton, don't fumble. Don't throw picks.
Don't turn the ball over.
John Hightower, don't do that, John Hightower.
That's what I mean. That's why, like, I'm not totally bummed about the loss, because, I mean, number one, it doesn't matter, but number two, these are learning opportunities for these guys, and they've got one more game to kind of show, are you meant to be on this team, or are you not meant to be on this team? So,
and the defense looked good too. That was nice to see. Like, it was
defense looked great. We had like 2 sacks in the first quarter, and then there were some more sacks that happened later on.
And you only give up 22 points. Like, that's a successful
it's
game.
Huge. Yeah, they weren't scoring; they were kicking field goals for the most part.
Yeah. And then Tui Palatu after the game said, "I feel good. My body feels good. I feel like I'm always leaving plays out there. I feel good, really good,
really good."
Next week, I want to take advantage of the opportunities and make some more plays. I know there's plays when I just do my job, but there's also plays where I can do my job and also make the play. You know, just go out there and play ball.
Just do my job and make
just got to do my job, man.
Love it.
He also credited Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack for coaching him up on the sideline in the preseason play. Every time I run off the field, they're like, you have to do this or do this. Even on that pressure, I came to the sideline and Joey said I could have held that power just a little bit longer. I came off too early, but it's all good. Just things to learn from and work on.
They're molding.
That sack
that
he had.
Him.
Yeah, the sack he had, I think that was on Penning, the guy that we were talking about one year wanting to get Trevor Penning.
That was a tackle for loss. It was a running back. It wasn't.
I'm sorry, tackle for loss. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was on a guy that we were super high on last year.
Yeah,
for the Saints
totally olayed him.
He olayed the shit out of him
and took him down.
That was the classic swim move. I remember that technique. Like, that's an old school, high school Pop Warner technique, and he made him look bad. Yeah,
that was impressive. It was powerful. Like, he just looked stronger than Trevor Penning, which is now a second-year guy in the NFL. It is crazy. Like, I was listening to the Chargers podcast with Chris Harry, and he was talking, and they had an interview with Sebastian Joseph Day, and he was just like so pumped on Tui. He was like, that guy's just a beast. Like, he's just a big, strong dude. 20 years old. Like, that's a kid.
Can't even rent a car yet. You know what I mean?
Can't drink. He's a kid.
No, can't do all the fun stuff like renting cars and drinking.
Drinking and then renting cars.
That's wild. I was great seeing the plays that he made. And then Deion Henley, who was out there practically the whole game, said everything is important. And for me to be able to showcase that I can play this game at this level to my coaches, any opportunity is a good opportunity. Definitely don't want to see a player go down. So that sucks, especially in my room. So I have to check on my boy. But to have the opportunity to get back on the field is something I really wanted, because I felt like I left some plays on the field that I really wanted to get back. I think that was a good opportunity for me.
Yeah, he played his ass off. Like, he did had really great moments. He shot the gap on one, made a tackle for loss in the backfield. He came out of nowhere. Like, the dude is extremely athletic. And I think just a little bit more time, I think, late in the season, he's going to be an incredible asset for us once he really gets his bearings and is, working in playing against ones. The dude is just, it's clear that he has all the talent to do what he needs to do, especially since he hasn't played that position very much. And to flash like he just flashed last night, I think we got a steal in the draft for sure.
Yeah, the linebacker position is just hard. Like, we've seen with Kenneth Murray, it's not something in the NFL that you just pick up on right away. We even saw it with Kaiser White. Remember, we had Kaiser White the first couple of years, like, is he good? He's okay. And then his last year, he killed it. Tranquil was kind of the same way. It's like this slow building up to being really good at the position. So it's cool that we have him right now when he's not absolutely needed.
His floor is a little higher. You know what I mean?
It's like, and his floor is a little higher. Neiman, Deion Henley regime is just getting prepared right now while you have some of the more veteran guys in there. So all the reps that he can get in the preseason, he needs them, because I don't think he's going to get a huge amount of playing time in the regular season. It's huge. It's big to just be able to get those game snaps for him right now.
And he was good on special teams. He was getting down the field, lighting guys up. So That's where he's going to make his money this
Yeah.
season. But
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
can
for sure.
rotate in and be creative, do what he did last night, that's a huge asset. It's depth,
Yeah.
man.
And what is a huge asset to us, folks? It's those that are over
Good one.
at Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. And we've got some new names to shout out, new people that have joined the Patreon. I'm talking about Boltanoid,
Oh, good name.
Yep.
Douglas Kenyon,
Great
and
name.
Jarek Caballero.
Welcome
come
to the
on.
party, pal.
Come on.
Jarek Caballero should have been in your script from Snappy.
Well, you came in too late. I'm sorry, Jarek. We'll get you on the next
Welcome,
season,
guys.
but,
thank you for getting on that Patreon. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And we got
God,
some crazy stuff coming at the end of the week, too. It's going to be wild.
Maybe some coaches corners.
Ooh, some Patreon
Exclusive to
edition
Patreon?
Coach's Corner.
Oh my goodness. Breaking news, folks.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, go on over to patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the awesome videos we got over there. We've got funny ones, we've got exclusive ones, and there's patches to be had. There's swag to be gotten, folks. Go check it out. Patreon.com/ChargerChat. And if you don't want to go over there, it's totally fine.
Totally
you can go
fine.
on over to our regular website,
ChargerChat.com.
ChargerChat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts,
Yeah.
hoodies, and stickers. You can
Okay.
chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and Askboltfam. So go check out ChargerChat.com. If you ever thought, why the heck is my wireless bill so dang high, then let me tell you about Mint Mobile, who we're partnering with for today's episode. You might already know Mint Mobile if you've seen those funny ads from Ryan Reynolds, who's also an owner, but let me quickly tell you about how awesome their service is. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online. They cut out all the retail stores and the salespeople and things like that. Why should you pay more than you have to for access to the same network? It's a good question. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code if you're interested in the best value in wireless. All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Mint also offers a modern family plan that lets you set up a super affordable family plan with as little as 2 lines. Now, I've used Mint Mobile, and I gotta say, everything that they've talked about as far as switching over being extremely easy is 100% true. It was a super easy process, and then once I was switched over, I honestly didn't notice a difference in my performance. You know, all the apps that I typically used, like Twitter and YouTube and things like that, ran exactly the same as they normally did on my previous carrier. Like I said, switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to their digital eSIM cards, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your own home. And if your phone isn't eSIM compatible, that's totally fine. Mint Mobile will ship you a new SIM card for free. It only takes about 15 minutes to switch, and Mint Mobile has great customer service if you need help. And right now, as a special limited time offer, you can get their unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month, for just $15 a month. That's a 50% savings off their already super low price. It only takes 15 minutes to pay as low as $15 a month for your phone plan. It really is that simple. Use our link mintmobile.com/chargerchat to get started, or click the link down in the description or scan our QR code. It really helps out the channel. And if you've already made the switch to Mint Mobile, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear about your experience with them. Thank you, Mint Mobile, for being our partner for this episode. Now back to the show. Okay, folks, it's time to put this to bed. The anxiety is through the roof after we came into this so like, oh, it's gonna be a
this'll
good time.
So fun.
It
We'll
got
have some trivia,
serious,
you know,
dude.
we'll have some laughs, some yucks.
I just hope I don't sound stupid and answer
I
the
just don't want
question
to sound
wrong.
stupid.
Yeah,
Just hope I
that didn't
remember
work
the
out.
defensive coordinator's name.
That's
and
all.
that
I
kind
mean,
of
I
stuff.
just got to know that, right?
Yeah. And then the stakes were raised.
Oh my God.
Gauntlet was slammed down.
Yeah. We went from friends to foes real quick.
Oh my God. It's because now on the line is probably one of the most unique
Yeah,
pieces
memorabilia
of
of
Charger
all time.
memorabilia that you will ever see. And we're talking about a box of frosted mini wheats that is signed by I don't know how many Charger players. I don't know if
Yeah.
we've gotten a tally on it yet.
Wait, is it starting to become a thing? These frosted mini wheats? Like, did I not see on Chargers social media?
I think
the
so.
Guys were eating it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think
This
it's
is news to
becoming a
me.
thing. This may become a pregame ritual for me of eating frosted mini wheats on Sundays.
Why don't we do that's a
For
great
breakfast.
start. Let's do
Oh
that.
my God.
I'll eat it out of the box after I win it, but you can buy some from the grocery store.
No, when I win it, it's going to be eaten after the Super Bowl. as a
Fellas,
dessert.
Whatever. Tomato,
We all
tomato.
know. It's gonna be
Stop
me.
your bickering.
This is my Justin Timberlake moment. It's gonna be me. All right. Let's stop. Let's stop this nonsense. Let's go now. Let's get the broads in here. It's time for Bride Bowl trivia.
Bravo Trivia. Welcome to the final episode of Broad Bolt Trivia,
where the questions are as broad as Matthew Broderick.
but every question is about
The Chargers. Our three contestants are currently neck and neck and neck.
It's anybody's game,
But who will come out on top?
which leads us to our first contestant.
You know what they say about the top?
It gets lonely up there.
And not even Snoop Dogg is as high as this top dog.
Round one, he was looking for scraps in a Tahoe Joe's dumpster.
This week, he's licking his butthole in a posh penthouse suite on the Upper West Side.
He spends his nights counting all 9 2/3 of his first place points.
Give it up for the current pack leader, Adam Bulldog Sr.
Oh, yeah.
What an intro.
Oh my gosh, there he is.
We don't think you licked your butthole, Adam.
Thank
Enjoy,
God.
enjoy your butthole.
That was just a dog. That was a dog joke.
I
Dogs
love
do
it.
that, you know?
They do. Can't argue
How are
with
you feeling, Adam?
I'm terrified. I've been dreading this.
Wait,
but-
what happened?
Spooky.
Spooky.
Oh.
In the shadow of the dog,
Two figures slumber,
brothers bonded by blood, sweat, and a lot of tears.
mostly by Kevin.
You shouldn't wake sleeping giants.
But sometimes a dog's bark is just as big as his bite.
Can these brothers band together and take down man's best friend?
And once they do, will they turn on each other?
Tied for last place with a pathetic 8 2/3 points.
Two big time losers, Kevin and Kyle!
God.
Oh.
I
Meant
thought
that
you
in
were
a very
having
loving
technical difficulties, but no, it was
I
Flair.
do. I was like, oh
Kevin
man,
was
we got to
about to
start
go
over.
producer and be like, all right, cut this. Let's start it
my
back from the top.
God.
No, we practiced it.
Oh my
so
God,
good.
you guys.
So you guys win the Wheaties box now after that.
I think it's only right. We forfeit.
Yeah, we
my
forfeit.
Oh, yes, just so you guys know what you're fighting for this.
Yeah, look at
God,
We know.
Look at all those
it's
scribbles.
glorious. It's amazing.
Look at how
his
happy
face.
that biscuit is.
Oh my
That's one
God.
happy
The back
biscuit.
biscuits.
The back biscuit.
And where's the Matt Money Smith biscuit?
I can't
There,
forget the
that's
Matt
what
Money
I came
Smith
for.
biscuit.
I came for the Money
I don't know
Smith
how to make
biscuit.
it not get green
You just see
screen.
my
There it
face.
is.
Going crazy.
There it
we
is. There
go.
it is. Matt Money Smith. I'm
Very
ready.
good.
Yeah, he's so clever.
Those are the goods.
Oh God, I've already got
Okay.
it.
No. You need to focus.
Yeah, you need your head.
Come on, here we go. Here we go.
Who's feeling good? Who's feeling scared?
I'm feeling stressed, honestly. Like
I'm feeling good because of how stressed I know Kevin is right now.
Because here's the deal. My internet, right when I turned on my computer, wasn't working. I had to run around the house, be really quiet. My family's sleeping. Like the amount of stress I've been dealing with in this thing, I was trying to come in very calm, collected, and ready to go. It all went out the window. And now I'm here in this. And I
Pressure's
Maybe
on.
we need a
See what
Zen
happens.
moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Kevin's not
let's
a great
just
test
trump
taker
it
either.
together.
I'm not a good tester.
Big breath in and trump it out.
Oh man,
I'm
Does
ready.
that feel good?
That was
I feel
more
better.
Feel
stressful.
better.
Actually, I feel a lot better.
I totally did not hit that trumpet, so now I feel worse.
What are you talking about? Each
Like,
trumpet is unique. And yours is
talked about this before.
that is pretty bad.
Charge.
No.
No, you're great. You're great,
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay.
You gotta
You're
do
great.
great. You're not a
I'm
loser.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
The scores are behind us. I think you guys know what the scores are.
Yeah.
We updated it.
8.5,
yeah.
8.5,
9
Yeah.
and 2
9 and a
thirds.
half.
It's 2/3, not a half. So
2/3, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
it's okay.
I feel like that one's going to come back and bite us.
I'm going to win by a third.
Pun intended.
We do have some tiebreaker questions just in case. I hope we don't have to go there though.
Yeah, me too.
Just in case.
Just in case. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Ready as
All
always.
right. Your first question is a little bit more challenging because we feel like you guys have advanced. So you're ready for a more complicated question.
Okay.
Come on, Kyle. You are.
We've gotten 8 and 2/3 out of like 40 potential points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think round one you
So let's
got
make
like
it
1
harder.
point.
Okay.
Gotten better.
Maybe we had it too easy before and that was the problem.
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
We're just
that's-
trying to be
That's
different.
it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I
gonna
like
help.
it.
So you're going to need a pen and piece of paper, a piece of pen and a pepper. Wow. You guys all have pen and paper. You
I
were
usually
just
how prepared you are.
prepared. This question we dug into the vault of
Pun intended.
knowledge. Oh, is
Dug-
that? Oh,
So many
Dug
puns.
in.
Dug in, just in.
Ah.
You just
Wow.
so many
You
puns.
dug
Wow.
into the vault.
Feels intended.
Kevin, I think you're actually really tuned in.
Maybe I'm sharp
That's
today.
probably pretty sharp, dude. You're ready. Yeah.
All right. Maybe. Okay, let's go.
Don't want to lose this score.
Let's pick it up. Let's pick up the pace.
Let's go. Okay, so we learned a lot of specific information about the Chargers at training camp that only we know because we asked them, tell us something no one else knows.
Tell us all your secrets.
So we've got social security numbers.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so we have 4 facts about 4 players, and we are going to say the facts and say the players. You have to match them.
We'll say the players' names first so you can just visualize them
Okay.
as
Okay.
we lay the facts out before you.
Okay.
Okay, Mary.
Okay, so the 4 players are Isaiah Spiller, Josh Harris, Eric Kendricks, and Trey Pipkins III.
What was
So a
number
list-
30?
Eric
Don't
Kendricks.
tell him. No, I have to repeat it. It's Pipkins.
Kevin
Kyle.
doesn't
Pull it
even know who
together.
Josh Harris is, so it's fine.
Isaiah Spiller, Josh Harris, Eric Kendricks, and
That's not true.
And Trey Pipkins III.
Josh Harris, our
Pipkins
long
the
snapper.
third.
Kyle
Our
Sharp.
long snapper. That's right. He's the
Yeah.
best in the league.
I feel
okay.
actually, I feel sharp
Kind of a
right
big
there.
deal.
Love
You just
this.
Googled that.
No, I didn't.
He doesn't have good internet.
I
He
was a
couldn't.
long snapper. I know the long snappers.
Okay, all right, here we go.
All right, here are the facts. A, knows how to juggle. B, I will list them all first, and then we'll repeat them. B,
Okay.
his greatest fear is cockroaches. C, was born in Germany. And D, is a leap year baby.
God.
Okay, so Mary, you read them through again.
A, knows how to juggle.
So you have to write which of those 4
Which one looks
players
like the juggling?
looks like he can juggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, B,
Greatest fear is cockroaches. Which one looks like they would be scared of a bug?
I mean, it's the most
It
scary
is a
bug
very
there
scary
is.
bug. It's true.
Do you got? Are you got? Yeah.
Yeah,
C
I'm ready.
was. You guys are ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine.
So we'll do it. We'll say A.
Wait, have
What?
you done all of them?
Yeah, I've got all mine. Wooly, are
No,
you
I wrote
done?
them down.
I've
I'm
got
ready.
him. I've got him.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys did study.
We're straight guessing, so we don't need to hear it multiple times.
I have 1 through 4 and A through D.
You probably
Okay.
didn't even need to hear it.
Okay.
right.
So A knows how to juggle. So Kyle, you go first. Who do you think it is?
Josh Harris.
Okay. Kevin,
Harris.
Mm.
Adam.
Kendricks.
Mm.
Okay. When should we tell them the rating?
We should just tell them now.
You all got it
Wait,
wrong.
Hold on, but if you do that, it eliminates what
no,
we
we
could
can't
use
switch
for-
answers.
You can't change
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
you
answer.
can't
You already
switch
got your
answers.
answers.
You already put
Yeah.
This
one.
is the-
thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
you didn't.
That's fine. We all got it wrong. We all got
We all
sorry.
got it
Sorry.
wrong.
Hands
I
up.
thought
Okay.
it through. I'm
Hands up. Put your hands up.
sorry.
The answer is Trey Pipkins III.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was a tight end
And
in
it's
high
so-
school.
Yeah. So his dad was like his coach, and he's like, "You're gonna learn to juggle. That'll help your hand-eye coordination."
He turned into a tackle. I don't think it helped.
It does. You
don't
always
think
need to
juggling
have good
plays
For all the
hand-eye.
kids out there that want to get tight ends, I don't think juggling is the way to get there.
Stop the disrespect.
He is in the NFL though, so
Yeah.
It works.
I think it turned out okay.
Joke's on
Yep.
you, Kyle.
If you learn to
Joke
juggle,
on me.
you can be
Thanks,
in the
Dad.
NFL.
Where were the
Yeah.
juggling lessons when we were little? Be NFL
Are we still putting our
players.
hands up, or can we put them
Yeah.
down?
And then you guys can see my terrible wounds from when I fell on my
Oh,
face.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. I'm tough. Okay, Mary, what's the next one?
Okay, B. Greatest fear is cockroaches.
All right, Kyle, who do you think is afraid of a cockroach?
Eric Kendricks.
Kevin?
Spiller.
Adam?
I put Pipkins, so I'm already out.
Oh, it's Spiller!
Wait, I gotta put down
my
Kevin's.
God.
That means I got none right because I'm already done.
Yeah, I
Game
think
over.
I'm toast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I may be in this, guys.
Kevin.
Oh,
this might be your
sorry.
chance.
All right, who'd you put for was born in Germany, Kyle?
Was that D? I put Trey Pipkins.
No, for C.
Oh,
Was
for
born in
C, I
Germany.
put Isaiah Spiller, who's already
Okay.
afraid of cockroaches.
I put Spiller as well for
Okay, Kevin?
Germany.
I put Pipkins for Germany.
No,
No,
it was Josh Harris.
Mm.
Got it.
Okay, so leap year baby. Kyle, who'd you put?
That's D, right?
Yeah.
I put Trey Pipkins.
Okay. Kevin?
Kendricks.
Adam?
I put Josh Harris.
It's Kendricks.
Kendricks.
Dude.
By
Oh,
getting
Kevin pulls into
get
the
two.
lead.
That sucks.
By getting
That was
one, you
real
get
lucky.
two.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Or sometimes you get three. Or four.
No, you don't. You can't get three.
You're right. You're right.
I feel so happy.
Mm.
I'm so mad right now. Kevin.
That was a huge question.
Why
for
can't
me.
I be happy for my brother? What is that? There's
That's a
just
good
like
question.
so
That
much.
is a great question.
There's
That's a
so
great
much
trivia
trauma
question.
from my childhood that I can't see him happy.
Well, this will be a growing experience for you, Kyle. Or just
Not
get the
if I
rest of the
win.
questions right. Okay. A lot of people have sent us in questions. So a lot of them we just put into this one round because we want
Okay.
to make people happy. So this comes from Bobby Pekar.
We know
This is
Bobby.
And this is a trumpet question.
Okay.
Okay. So get your trumpets ready. Okay. Bobby would like you to name one Chargers player, current or former, that got married this offseason.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Morgan Fox.
Wait, we don't know who. We didn't decide who trumpeted
I
first.
won. I for sure did.
Kyle,
I don't know.
what
It
the?
sounded at the same time.
That's like a Kevin.
You totally Kevin, dude. What are you
Dude,
doing?
I went first.
Kevin, that's the biggest insult Kevin can think
They
of.
didn't pick who decide. They get to decide who did it first.
Whoever does it first gets to answer.
But it was hard for us to tell who did it first. You guys really did it at the same time.
I'm in
I
shock.
don't
Who did
know.
you think it was first? I thought it was Kevin. Mary thought it was Kevin.
What did you think though? Because
I don't
be
know.
honest.
I felt like it was Kyle and Kevin at the same time.
Oh.
And then also a little bit Adam at the same time.
But a little bit of Adam.
Okay, if each of you, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that we have that got married in the
Okay.
off season.
I-
So
wow.
if each of you can name someone.
I'm
You
gonna
can
go
name
Morgan-
the most.
I'm Morgan Fox. I got that because I remember your story with him, and she.
Wait.
Wait.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Morgan
okay.
Fox. I got that one. Yeah.
So, okay,
All
so
right.
Kyle
Morgan
said
Fox.
one.
Wait, what's happening right now?
I'm lost.
I
Kyle
still
already
did
said
first and I answered.
Kevin, say another one.
Kevin wind his way into this point just now. I'm about to close out of this window.
No, don't get.
I am.
Let's just see what happens.
Another marriage.
Adam knows I'm not kidding, too. I will close out.
Don't do it, Kyle.
Spat
They're
myself.
only on the second question.
I'm about to go to bed.
Kyle,
See, this is classic.
focus on the
Kyle.
prize.
No, this is classic Kevin. He got
What
it
do you
wrong and now
mean?
he's
It's right
whining.
there. It's right there. Look at that. That is Justin Herbert. And let me tell you, it is very difficult to get his signature. Okay.
We know.
Only Kevin's face.
Look at my face coming through. How excited I am to win this box of cereal.
It's gone. Whatever.
It's
Anyway.
gone.
I
And it's
can't.
Kevin, I don't think you can think of any more. Adam, do you know any other people?
I was going to say Sebastian Joseph Day.
You guys are awful at this game. Kyle wins.
All right, Kyle, you get it.
We would have
Fucking cheating
also
system.
accepted Xander Horvath,
Oh,
Storm Norton,
congrats.
Braden Fahoko, and Hunter Campmoyer.
Did Fahoko get married this offseason?
He did
He
in
did.
Hawaii.
Yeah, that's
And you know who was
exciting.
there?
Who?
Billy the Warrior.
Justin Herbert.
No way. He went to
Really?
his wedding.
We saw him in a picture his mom, Braden Fahoko's mom posted, and Justin was typical, like in the back, like
What a
hiding.
stud.
Aw,
What a
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Sweet. That's sweet. Okay. So there you go, Kyle. After all
Thank
that,
you. Okay, I'm
definitely
not
earned
closing
that
out of my
point.
window. Okay.
good.
This is
I don't have to go
This is how
sad
Kyle.
baby.
You're such a.
We have some really funny questions in here, so we would have been
Yeah.
really sad
Yeah, I
if
don't
we
wanna
missed out on
hang in
them.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The next one is multiple choice. So
Okay.
y'all have a chance.
All right. This question.
We'll do sign language again, I guess, for these.
A.
B, C, D.
D.
Thumbs up. Okay. Take it away, Mary.
This question comes from Cole Buchanan.
Thank you, Cole.
Thank you, Cole.
Thank you, Cole. He would like you to answer what nickname was given to the Chargers defensive line in the 70s and 80s. Was it A?
The 1970s.
Oh, yeah, the
80s,
1970s and 80s. Don't get confused.
Not the 1870s.
Yeah, or the 1770s.
Or the
Football
2070s.
existed.
Or the 2070s.
Yeah. Okay. Is it A, the Bruise Brothers? B, the Sack Pack? C, the Sons of Thunder? Or D, the Butt Buddies?
Okay.
Can you go over the sign language again, please?
Yeah.
A, the Bruise Brothers. B, the Sack Pack. C, the Sons of Thunder. Or D.
Okay. I think I have it. I honestly.
I'm sure you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Reveal your answers. That's right.
Oh, got
Wow,
it.
you were so delayed.
Dude, I went like this. I was like,
You're so
E. All of the above.
Take my strong hand.
all of the above.
It was
Sack Pack is
composed
good.
of Fred Dean, Gary Johnson, Louis Kelcher, and Leroy Jones. Do you guys
Yep.
remember them?
I do remember we had a Bolt history where they talked about the Bruise Brothers. I remember that. Yeah.
See, you guys knew. You studied. All right. Mary's writing down the points.
Yeah, it's not. This is actually made out of plastic. I don't know why I thought I should write on it.
Oh, yeah, it's not working.
It's fine though.
Okay,
Keep going.
I will read the next question, which is number 4. Look at you guys moving along.
Wow.
Colorado native and Mullen High School alumnus J.K. Scott is the current punter extraordinaire of the Los Angeles Chargers football team. What does J.K. stand for? This is multiple choice. It's multiple choice, so you have
Kevin,
a chance.
stop Googling.
Kevin, what are your eyes?
Yeah, where
you
are
your
your
eyes
Scott
up here.
now?
I'm
There's
taking
nothing
notes. Look at this full
That
paper
is
full of shit.
excessive.
What are you writing down? JK?
And I'm doodling. I'm trying to stay.
There's nothing to
What?
write yet.
What does JK stand for?
Just kidding.
Question mark.
He's like Josh, Justin, Jacob, Jeremiah.
Jingleheimer.
He's gonna frame
His
this.
name is my name too.
He's going to frame this paper
Right next to the box.
right next to it.
I did it. Okay, is it A, Joshua Kelly? I'm sorry. That could be the answer, okay?
Could be, yeah.
B, Joseph Keith. C, Jesus Christ, but with a K.
Okay.
With the K.
Or D, John Kimball.
Can you do the sign language again, please?
A, Joshua
Yeah.
Kelly.
Okay.
B, Joseph Keith.
Okay.
C, Jesus Christ with a K. Or D,
With a
John
K.
Kimball.
Oh man, if it's
Okay.
Jesus Christ with a K, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Count us down so Kevin doesn't yell at me again.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Kevin, that
B,
was really slow.
B, D. The answer is D, John Kimball. Oh my God, Adam.
Okay, Kevin and Adam are tied, I believe.
I'm still
We
in.
I think
are.
I'm a point back.
You're only 1 point back, Kyle.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
I was
I
hoping
should have
for
just guessed Jesus
with
Christ.
this- with my arm on
on that
that
side
one.
moving forward.
Yeah, careful there, Adam.
If I'm in
Come
a
on.
sling on the next episode, you'll know why.
I'm getting that mini wheat box.
Torn rotator cuff for the mini wheats.
God.
I'll be on the IR.
So how many questions are there? I'm preparing.
We are at
You're
question
scared.
5.
Yeah, we have 6 left.
6.
Oh, we got a lot. We got a long
Is
way
he
to go.
doing the
boys.
math
Yeah.
of how many he has to
Yeah,
get
he's
right?
like, okay, well, if
I'm
I
doing
get
the
2 wrong and then 3
mathematical
right,
equation
and
to
then
figure
I
out my
tie one.
probability over a square times.
He's
the
doing
root
his
of-
Matt Money Smith equation.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, this one's for you
All
to
right,
ask.
question 5. This question was suggested by Bobby, but it actually comes from me asking Zion a really important question at the draft party. What is Computer Whiz and Man of Steel, Zion Johnson's favorite animated film? Is it A, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? B, Wall-E? C, Shrek? or D, Thumbelina?
Okay.
All great movies.
Thank you for the sign language as we went. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
Kevin,
Kevin, what are you doing?
you making origami
Where's your
down there?
phone?
What's
Writing
happening?
down what you just said.
You could have just put it on your hand when she was going through the sign
It's really
language.
dragging this
Kyle,
out.
don't tell me how to win this game, okay?
Don't tell me how to win this.
You're just cheating. I know somehow down there.
This is like those like sociopaths with like planning on the
Yeah.
wall kind of.
Perfect mind, Kevin.
The strings.
Or
Yeah,
like
the
Rain
strings.
Man.
Let's see. What is it? Okay, do you guys have your answers? Kevin, did
think
you
so.
figure it out on that
How
piece
many
of paper?
numbers are going through your head right now, Kevin?
It's just movies, Kevin.
Call me Rain Man.
Zion Johnson, 77.
Let's see. Zion, there's 5 letters in his name.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh,
Ready.
man.
Kevin looks like he's going to have a panic attack. He's not even listening to any of the jokes we're making about
He
it. He's
really
just
isn't.
Did you want to hear the answers again? Or you guys,
No,
you know?
I think I got
I'm
it.
good.
Got it locked
Yeah.
in? All right.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. B, B, C.
Kevin.
The answer was B.
Oh.
I had Wally and I.
Adam takes the lead. You overthought it, Kevin.
Start the lawn mower.
Get that spoon and bowl ready, Wool Dog. Mini wheats are coming your way.
Oh, no,
Still
Kevin.
plenty of game left. It's not over, Kyle. Shut up.
You got 5 questions left, dude. You got ground to make up.
Shut up.
Okay, moving on to question number 6. This
Back of this page.
it's my turn.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm even numbers.
Yeah.
He's flipping the page over.
I feel
I'm running out of room.
You're going to need like a whole notebook at this point. All right. This is a trumpet in question. So this
All
is your
Oh,
second
God. Okay, I
and
won't
last
answer right
trumpet
away.
in.
Okay.
You won't answer right away? You
Just
will.
trumpet.
I'll let you guys say who buzzed in first.
Cool.
Oh, thanks,
There
Kyle.
you
We're
go.
ready.
Great.
Sorry, I got excited. the first
Bold strategy, Cotton.
It's a good plan. Okay,
Sorry, Kev, you
this
can't write
question.
down 400 formulas on your paper during this one. What are we going to do?
Okay.
This question comes from Bolt Up Cat.
Hey,
Cat.
Cat.
What cat?
She asks, which Chargers quarterback holds the franchise record for most touchdown passes in a single game? Definitely.
Second.
Oh, I don't know who
Phil.
did that first.
That was Kevin.
That
Kevin.
was Kevin, yeah.
Philip
Buzz
Rivers.
second.
I was incorrect.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-da.
Wait, I already bubbled up at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like-
Okay, yes. Do we give a full point or is it only half a point for second?
No, full point.
Okay, Mary says full
Can't
point.
change
Kyle. Who is
Dan
it?
Fouts.
That's right.
That's right.
Do you know how many touchdowns he got?
I'm just going to
For a
go out
third
on
of
a
a
limb and
point?
say 6 because Kevin's holding up 5.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was against?
It was against.
No, he does not know who it was. He's just gonna say a football
It was
team.
against the Dolphins.
Yes!
Oh.
Shoot.
Uh,
I just really wanted you to get it right. It was
Yeah,
against the
yeah.
Raiders.
Oh,
Yeah.
even
Guess
better.
the date. The date.
Yeah, you got this.
October 31st, Halloween.
What year? What year?
October 31st is not right.
What year?
1985.
No.
No.
That was right.
November 22nd, 1981.
Yeah.
You were very,
Oh.
very
That was a month off in 4 years.
yeah.
Whatever.
close.
You get a
This is
point.
right rules.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
So wait, who's
Okay,
who's in the
so-
lead now?
So
Is Kyle
Adam
in the
and
lead?
Kyle are tied.
Whoa.
Kevin's only one point behind. You're right
Only
there.
one-
Kevin,
behind
how does
from
it feel to get 2
tying.
questions wrong in 1 question right there?
How does it feel to get 2 questions right in 1 question? Ask me that as well.
Ooh, wow, that's a good question.
Sucker.
You guys got so many good questions. Okay, number 7.
I know because I just got to.
I did it.
All right,
in one
this is
question. Stop
a
that.
multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay.
So get your American Sign
Get your
Language
paper out, Kev.
Get your Sharpie,
ready. Start
your
preparing
quill,
your
get your
notes.
I
quill
will not
ready,
be the
Kevin.
butt of this joke, okay? I'm just being intense
Too
about
bad.
I will not be the butthole of this joke.
that cereal. I will not be that butthole.
That's Adam.
Yeah. I'm
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Hurry, read the next question.
Oh my
Mary.
gosh. Okay.
Hurry.
Before I start licking the air again.
Future Hall of Famer Stone Smart attended the same high school as Heather's younger brother, Adam. What's the name of that high school? Come on, guys, you know this.
That's multiple choice.
Thank God.
Yeah. Is it A, Loomis High School. B, Del Oro High School. C, Oakmont High School. Or D, Hogwarts High School.
Be sick if it was Hogwarts.
That could be a real school where I grew up.
Could be.
You don't know.
My brother might be a wizard. You've never met him.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Can you do it one more time? Do you say it one more time?
My brother might be a wizard.
Not that.
Be more specific.
The multiple
One more
choice.
time.
Just
Little
one
My
more
higher.
brother might be a wizard. My
Take it
brother
from the
might be a
top.
wizard. Okay.
Back to one.
A, Loomis High School.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your question, Megan.
A, Loomis High School. B, Del Oro High School. C, Oakmont High School. Or D, Hogwarts High School.
Oh, this is so.
My brother might be wizard.
This is just a guess. Why are you writing down notes and stuff? I'm so confused.
Remember.
Let me have my process, Kyle. Just get out of my way.
It's how he gets in your head.
Respect
It
the
makes you think
process.
he's got
He
a.
is getting in my head like
edge.
he's doing something over there.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Throw up our guesses.
10, 9. Just kidding. 3, 2, 1.
Happy
C,
New Year.
B, C. The answer was B. Del
Oh.
Oro High School.
It's a three-way tie.
Woo! Fight, fight, fight for Del Oro High and win our victory. Black and gold. You got it. Oh, it's black and
I didn't
gold.
go there.
Anyways, okay.
I didn't go there.
I didn't either. Just my brother did. Okay, question number 8. Also multiple choice.
Okay.
You guys are tied. This is very exciting.
Wait, so there's 3 questions left and we're
Yeah.
dead tied right now.
Yeah, you are
Oh,
dead
this is
tied.
Good.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
I kind of hope we get to the tiebreaker. Okay,
I don't. I don't want to see
Legend-
Kevin cry.
out of joy or
Pain.
Multiple
Either
choice
way.
again.
it's multiple choice again. Look at Kevin. He's like, I don't have time for your jokes.
My letters.
Is it multiple choice?
I've got my letters
There's
written.
a prize.
Just give me answers.
Yeah.
Legendary Los Angeles newscaster and former defensive back for the San Diego Chargers, James Webster Hill,
Yes.
commonly referred to as Jim Hill,
Yes.
once starred in what prestigious Hollywood film? Is it A, Rocky 3, B, Rocky 1, C, Waterboy, or D, Remember the Titans? Tetons?
Tetons.
Titans. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's wait for Kevin,
Kevin
to take some
doing?
notes. We'll have some humor on the side.
This is a crazy one.
Kevin, you
So
know this
crazy.
one's gonna hurt if you get it wrong too, because it's a movie one.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for
Yeah.
raising the stakes.
This is right up your alley.
Just saying, there's no pressure for him or
I'm
Alex.
Go
just saying.
ahead.
All on you.
Well, wait till it's your
Same.
turn and we have a pastor related question, Kyle.
You got
Yeah.
scripture in there. I might close out and claim internet issues.
Okay, you guys got your answers?
God, this is so crazy.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, reveal. A,
Oh
B.
no.
The answer is A.
Oh,
Three.
That was
you
the
put
error.
up B.
Hey,
B.
this is
That's
A.
B.
Oh, I meant A.
No.
I have it circled.
Yes.
I said Rocky 3. I was
Oh,
ready.
you put up B, my guy. Come on.
Hold
Hey,
up,
that's
hold
why-
up the paper. Hold up the paper really fast.
No. You take your eyes
I'm
from
not
the paper
kidding.
to the screen.
He circled it fully.
This is
Come on,
B.
Kyle.
I messed up, dude.
No.
We didn't refresh the
Sucks,
sign
dude.
language.
We're dead even again. That's crazy.
Okay, Kyle, let's rock, paper, scissors to give Kevin this point.
Yeah.
No. My
Kyle!
vote is no.
I
You guys
swear
can
to
all
God.
vote if you want to give him the point.
Kyle,
I vote no.
remember when you just shouted out the answer instead of letting
Yeah.
us call
And this
on
one,
you?
sorry, what was
That's
B?
fine.
This is
All
this
I'm
is
sa-
B. What's A?
Kevin,
Just so I know, this is A.
Kevin,
Okay.
this is why you take your eyes off of that little paper and watch as they read the question because they're doing it for us.
Thanks, Dad.
And now I know.
Do we
what
vote?
sign language.
How do I feel bad? He really got the
he
answer.
he showed his work.
Oh,
All right,
man,
let's
he got
vote.
so excited. He was doing this.
Okay, let's
Why
vote.
would I get that
Rocky
excited if
III.
I didn't think it was
Everyone
Rocky?
put up an A if you want Kevin to get the point. Oh, we did it, you guys. Kevin gets the point.
Kevin, I just want you to know, Kevin, if you win that mini wheats, you have an asterisk forever.
Totally
You have
fine.
an asterisk.
It'll be on the wall
forever.
behind me every
Don't
time.
be
I
like that, Kyle. He
Forever,
literally
there's an
scribbled it on his page.
I think that's payback for what you did to me on the last one, where you totally
Asterisk.
screwed me.
Asterisk.
It's Rocky 3.
Bolognius.
It's erroneous.
This game is bringing out the competition in us, like unlike anything.
so good.
we've
Okay, all right.
experienced in a while.
We got
It's in a
two
sign
questions
language
left?
competition. It's a trivia competition, and he got the trivia right. Okay, Kyle.
All right, okay, he's not a good test taker. It's fine.
Thank you.
Here we
There you go. See?
He went to
All right.
Brooks
Knew the answer.
Institute.
Photography.
All right, guys, we got 2 questions left. The next one comes from Karen.
Good old
Who
Karen.
Aw,
Good old Karen. Who bequeathed Sir Michael Davis? That was a weird word.
Weird.
Sir Michael Davis with the nickname Bato. Was it A?
Kevin?
Kevin.
Kevin,
Kevin.
eyes up. A.
A. Was it Sean Merriman? A. B. Derwin James Jr. C. Jaleel Adai. Or D. Santa.
Okay.
Kevin's
Take your
like,
time.
can't be Santa.
Let's see.
Or is it?
There was that one Christmas game.
All right.
You guys got it?
Mhm.
Locked in?
Mhm.
Okay, you remember Kevin, A, B, C, D?
Yeah, I got it.
A, Sean Merriman. B, Derwin James Jr. C, Jaleel Adai. D, Santa.
Got
okay.
it.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. C. You all got
Guys,
it right.
All got it.
Kevin,
Oh my
your
gosh.
answers are slow, dude.
I felt
You're
like it
throwing
came
that
in
hand
normal
up really slow.
Dude, I am not good enough at sign language to go
Kyle.
from this to that. There's no way.
Nobody
There's no
wants
way.
a
This
hall
is
monitor.
just so
You are
many
sounding like a
asterisks.
little whiny little brother
So
right now.
many
Just get over it.
That's like 2 or 3. different.
All right.
Over it.
Are we tied?
We are.
No, Kevin has a 1-point lead.
Mm-mm.
Tied.
We're tied.
It's 100%
The
tied.
last time we got the same amount. We're
Adam
all
has
tied.
gotten 5 points, and you both have
Oh.
gotten 6 points, and Adam was 1 point ahead.
Oh, no.
Kevin can do the
Last
math.
question.
So that
I
means
have
this
the math right
question,
Yeah, he's writing
number
it down.
10,
This for all
about
the marbles.
10, this is the deciding factor.
Oh, no.
And I'm pretty excited about this question, to be honest.
Tell me
is
this
fun.
isn't
Okay,
a
go,
trumpet
go.
in one.
It is not. It is a
Not.
multiple choice.
Oh,
Thank
thank
God.
God. Thank God.
The following
It's an
quote.
essay.
Yeah, you
It
guys.
does start as a bit of an essay.
The following quote comes from which of Justin Herbert's favorite books? Okay. So I will read the quote and then I will list
God.
the book
This is just a
options.
guess.
Okay.
It's not a guess. Listen to the quote.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What could it be from? Okay.
Brother might have been a wizard. You don't know.
Of course, the last hitter up turned out to be the blonde kid, whose name they had heard by then was Justin. You can't get any more white bread than being a Justin, Kel had said. That comes from page 31, chapter 4 of which book?
Let's go.
This is a confirmed Justin Herbert favorite book, okay? We're not making this up.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
did you listen to the quote though? That's great.
Yeah, that's
I disagree.
wild.
Can't get any more white bread than being a Justin, and somehow Justin still loves that book.
Mm.
Is this quote from A, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashars, B, Holes by Louis Sachar, C, No Crying in Baseball, The Inside Story of a League of Their Own by Aaron Carlson, or D, Heat by Mike Lupica?
Oh, I got my answer locked and I'm so scared. I
Terrible.
have about a 20% confidence. 25% because it's
25.
Can
You can still be 20% confident.
you do the multiple choice just one?
Multiple-
Kevin has
Can
no
you do-
idea.
Can you do multiple
I have no idea what I'm
questions?
going to do. And there's going to be a follow-up to this as well. Go ahead.
I'm gonna need the country of
I'm going to
origin.
need A, B, C, and D again after that.
Okay. Did the quote come from A, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashars, B, Holes by Louis Sachar, C, No Crying in Baseball, The Inside Story of a League of Their Own by Aaron Carlson, or D, Heat by Mike Lupica?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Get those hands
Oh
ready.
my gosh.
Off screen.
Just because this is such a big deal, one more time with the sign language.
The sign language. Just the
Just
sign language.
one
Okay.
more time.
A, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Yes.
B, you're familiar with.
Holes.
Okay.
Be you're
C,
familiar
he didn't
with.
read Sisterhood of the Traveling. C, No Crying in Baseball, the inside story of A League of Their Own. Or D, Heat.
Got it.
Got it?
I
Got it.
saw that.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Throw up.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is that? DBB.
2 B's and a D.
Oh, Kyle, it's D!
It's D. Suck it, Kevin. Mini wheats are coming to San Diego. My kids are all awake, and it's so worth it. I just want to thank Kevin for giving me the fuel to stay in this, not close out on my browser. Thank you to the Brisket Bros for coming up with such an awesome segment that I look forward to so much. Thank you for Adam and all of your support. And anytime that Kevin tries to speak up, Kevin, look at it this way, dude. You don't have any asterisks. There's nothing there. It's just a W for your little brother. And I love you. Now I have the best piece of Chargers memorabilia you could ever have. I have the Mini Wheats box signed by most of the team on the year we won our first Super Bowl.
This feels like the
Okay,
Jacksonville
but
game all over
It's
again.
not over.
No.
You guys thought it was over?
You thought it was over? You thought we'd
What's
make it to where there was only one prize?
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say there was more questions.
I thought you were going to rip
I
the
just
mini
gave my whole
wheats out of
acceptance
his-
speech right there.
We have
That would have been so bad.
you didn't actually win. No. Okay. But Adam and Kevin are tied. So we do have to distinguish you guys to determine who gets which of these following prizes.
Okay.
So, all right.
Oh, no. You-
Kevin's like, I have nothing left.
I
He's like,
just-
I don't
I'm
want to lose
spent.
again.
I just like want to get on the plane and go home.
Where are you?
It's a football metaphor.
Football thing.
Oh, okay. well, you're often in another
It's like
country.
the Jacksonville
Yeah.
game all over again. And just
Don't
go
say
home.
that. Okay.
That was the worst.
Okay, so this is a question that we asked on a previous Broad Bolt trivia. So you guys do know the answer.
Oh, no.
It should be a trumpet, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's a trumpet between Kevin and Adam.
Kevin.
All right.
Kevin's so checked out.
Kevin's face.
I can't even look at Kevin.
I'm so
You're-
depressed.
You're gonna, no matter what, you're gonna like,
You're going
prize.
home with the home game.
yeah. Okay. What is Justin Herbert's favorite ice cream place?
Oh, no, it's trumpet. You got to.
Oh, it's a
I
trumpet.
remember this and not getting it before.
Oh, it's an
Yeah.
ice.
We didn't get it, and it was
honestly, I don't
multiple
remember.
choice.
It was
Yeah.
a weird
Yeah.
name. It's a weird.
It's
Do you
name.
remember it,
specific-
Kyle?
It's
Is
like
it
a
Kyle?
weird
Yeah,
Eugene,
first place.
Oregon.
Yeah, it's an
place.
Oregon ice cream place.
Should we give like a hint? It's two P's.
PP.
PP.
Does that help you? PP?
Hey, that's like a reference to that takeout thing with Chase Daniel and when it was the Palm Pilot and they said PP.
Oh,
You guys
PP.
remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember.
It's full circle.
Ice
Yeah.
cream.
It's
Not a
weird-
king.
Justin.
it's a weird
Not a
last name.
king, not a queen.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-da.
Adam.
Wait,
Wait, what have I done?
Not a
you started
king,
throwing
not
me
a
off.
queen,
I did? I thought I helped you because that made you trumpet. Not a
Well,
king, not a queen.
Not a queen.
Not
Starts with
a-
a P.
What could it be?
The son of a king.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, take it.
I'm guessing that's probably wrong. Prince's Palace.
Oh,
Close.
close.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was Prince Puckler's.
Prince Puckler.
Pucklers.
Hey, we got another question.
We have another tiebreaker
We got to back up
question.
to our backup.
But you guys, there's no more backups after this.
Yeah, one of you has to get this, you guys.
So bad.
There's another trumpet question. You guys definitely know this. Probably.
Uh-oh. Is it the defensive name of the defensive coordinator of the Chargers?
Oh,
Hello, darkness, my old
no. Okay, it's your turn to ask, Mary.
Okay. Who is our first regular season away opponent this year?
Season opponent away?
Mhm.
Crap.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. No.
Kevin?
Kevin.
Is it Tennessee?
Yes!
Oh.
Okay. We have
Oh, baby
two
weeds.
mini weeds, and they are each signed by someone very special. I was just thinking of I don't know who would appreciate each more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe we should let
Kev pick.
Yeah, let Kev pick. He-
Okay, Kevin can pick.
Yeah.
You can have a mini wheats box that's signed by the Ninja Tom Telesco
Shit.
or the legend Jaleel White from Family Matters. Steve Urkel. He was at training camp and we got him to sign a box of mini wheats, okay? When is that gonna happen?
Oh my God. I'll take the Ninja.
All right. Adam, that means you get Jaleel White.
do that?
Oh my God, that was incredible.
Wow.
Oh,
I just hate
I
losing to Kyle.
I hate
I
pointing
might
this out.
Never recover from this.
I'm
It feels so
sweating like I'm about to go into battle. Like this has been so stressful.
You did.
good. That was battle.
I feel like I'm also sweating.
Me too.
I was nervous for you guys.
This is like an entire episode. This is like 40
This is
minutes
40
of
minutes.
awesome
Oh,
gold.
jeez Louise.
This is its own episode.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God.
Well, that was really cool until the end, and I really appreciate everything you guys did for us. Really.
Kevin,
Cool.
you got Tom Telesco. He never signs.
It's
Yeah.
true.
The big box.
Yeah, how many
Send the big
Tom
box.
Telesco signatures?
At least
Hey,
he's Charger
if we win the
related.
Super Bowl, I'm breaking
Adam
that
got
thing open, and I'm just
Urkel.
gonna pour it all over myself when we get to win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
It's really like a half
my
a bowl.
You guys are
How many
so
biscuits?
awesome. Thank you for doing that. for
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah,
This
you
has
you
been
guys are incredible.
the highlight of the off season.
But I
And-
also am scared for it. Every time Kevin texts like, "Hey, it's Bravo trivia tonight."
It's time.
I'm like,
It's
my God,
happening.
just don't tell me. Just
Get
let's
ready.
just do it. Yeah.
Surprise me.
I know we always hate seeing your faces at the beginning of those episodes, and we know this is because of us.
No.
We're like, oh man, if this next episode, they're gonna look so depressed.
They're gonna be so tired.
One person can be so happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to hide it.
Kevin, don't be
Ladies.
depressed.
I will.
We can't thank you enough
You
for
guys are
sure.
amazing.
all of the entertainment, for taking the time to get Jaleel White and Tom Telesco's signature, which is really the crowning achievement. The other
Yeah.
box, I mean, who cares? But
Yeah.
this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for everything that you do, for everything that you bring to this fandom and for
Yeah.
this podcast. We love you, regardless of the sad face that Kevin had.
So we were so
We'll always
close.
remember-
Adam, we were so close. We went down together,
I know.
man. It's
We'll
like
always-
Thelma and Louise.
we'll always have-
we were all beating it up, baby. Let's just
We'll-
hold hands and fly
Which
out
one was
the
B?
over.
Oh, hold.
Yes, Rocky.
Let's
III.
just let's go out,
The
bulldog and lick in the
completely
hole. You know what I mean?
We'll always have Derek Ansley.
We'll
but,
always have Derek Ansley. Next season, I will be so ready for this.
Thank you so much. Do we
You're
have an
welcome.
outro song? Do we flash
Oh my-
the lights again?
Yeah, I think we flashed the lights. You know,
Well, let's all do the song. The Bravo trivia.
that's a great idea.
I don't have
Come on, Kevin.
I don't have a flashlight.
No, it's fine.
Oh, hey, that's pretty
Just
good.
do the
That's a
Bravo
good
trivia.
one.
Okay.
1,
Ready?
2, 3. Bravo
Bravo
trivia.
trivia.
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
That was terrible.
I know. That's why
It
it's
was
amazing.
slow. Some people were going fast. That was good.
Kevin, what happened, dude? We were in it. We had it.
How do you not know Justin Herbert's favorite childhood book? That's my question.
Holes seem like the perfect answer, Kyle. What the just happened?
You guys both dated yourself. You lost because you're both old. That's why.
Why are you doing this? We just lost. Can't you win with some grace? You have to be throwing shots
Haven't you been
afterwards.
there?
And act like you've been there. That's your first cereal box win ever, but act like you've been there before.
I'm gonna take a
man.
picture with it every Sunday morning while eating a bowl of mini
Lose my
wheats
number.
and send it to both
Lose
of you.
my number.
I may just tweet it then. I'll just throw it
At
out there on Twitter
Charger
for
Chat
everyone to see.
Podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag you in it.
Well, folks, this is
And
the
then
last
if you see
episode
it-
of Charger Chat.
Anyone
been
sees
fun.
it, you have to retweet it. I want to get thousands of retweets on that thing.
I just
Hey,
we should have
buck up, buddy. Tom Telesco. You've got it. You've got
Kevin.
the
like
Tom
I
Telesco.
can't believe we guessed the same thing, Adam. Like we could have gone down. Rocky 3 was what I said. It was clear. I had a moment. Okay, fuck off.
That wasn't the make or break moment.
No, Kyle
It
tried
all
to
came
make
down
that
to
break.
the last
Without
question.
that, you kept you in the game with the little miss you have. At least you were still in it. You're lucky.
Can we move
You're
on?
welcome.
Can we just move on?
Never.
I need to get out of this funk because I don't want to be a grumpy asshole the whole podcast.
We will never move on. The bronze just gave me like
Oh
gasoline
my God.
to the fire that
They
is
gave
our
you-
brotherhood.
Yeah. The matches, the gas, the kindling, it's all there.
I'll take
for
my
just every-
GM, my little box, my
lifetime
GM box.
supply of
I'm fine.
wood.
I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm
Every
not Kyle,
fight is going to be ended with, oh, yeah? Well, who's got the mini wheats, mother?
You're just gonna get a text of a gif of mini wheats.
News
Box,
alert, Kyle.
that's
Guess
it.
what? Guess what, Kyle? News alert. I'm over it. I'm good.
No, you're
Feel
not.
good about this.
Oh,
Oh no, you're not.
no.
Yes. No.
All right. Well, ladies, again, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Can't
you. That
thank
was
you
For
enough.
nothing.
Awesome.
I'm
segment.
just kidding.
Thanks
I
for
take it
nothing.
back. I take it back. I love you guys.
No, they're just.
Hey,
the
you guys
best.
both got parting gifts.
I'm
be so
shocked
upset.
that was that. Like I was
Yeah.
expecting nothing.
You got Urkel?
I got Urkel, baby. I got Jaleel White, TGIF. I'm all back into it.
Yeah.
Voice of the original Sonic. I'll say that too
Oh,
for those listening at
snap.
home. The OG Sonic cartoon.
I didn't
Jaleel
know
White.
that.
Look it up.
Wow.
Google it.
Look it up.
Even better
Um,
signature now.
I know. I'm going to put a little Sonic figure.
I
right
have the
next to it.
GM who's about to win a Super Bowl. So
All right.
see if those players are on the roster next year. I don't know. My
I thought you were
GM's going to
over
be
it,
totally
Kevin.
fine. I'm not over it. I'm totally fine.
Your GM may be an assistant somewhere next year.
You're f-
All right,
I have
time to go
nothing else,
on
and
to
they'll
the
come back.
next segment, folks. Yeah, I mean, we love this guy. He's over at a name that I'll
Just
give
it's
here
the
shortly
Bolt beat.
because
Let's go to it. Bolt beat.
boom. There we go.
Welcome back to another edition of the Bolt Beat. As always, I am your host, Jason Reed, the acting editor over at boltbeat.com. You can go check us out on Twitter at BB_Chargers, myself at Eat Your Readies, or you can go read any of our articles over at boltbeat.com. Today, we are 2 weeks into the Chargers preseason. One more week of preseason action remaining, and then a preseason bye week. And then it's the start of Chargers football that actually counts. And look, all, we did it. I've been talking about accomplishments that we've done together. Last time I talked to y'all, I talked about the accomplishments of making it through the dog days. You know, nothing happened in the summer with football. We finally made it. This time we made it through Hurricane Hillary / Tropical Storm Hillary / the most rain I've seen where I live in quite some times. Now, I don't live in LA. I live about 75 miles inland up in the high desert, if you're familiar. And it was storming, let me tell you. I was a little upset because we were supposed to go to the game on Sunday and made the business decision not to make that drive. But we all made it. The Chargers played through it, got a lot of backlash, a lot of ridicule. And at the end of the day, you know, we got a preseason game that was really important to a lot of these Chargers and Saints players trying to, you know, make their NFL careers. So I think it was safely done. Hopefully nobody was hurt, hopefully, and everyone out there, hopefully listening, hopefully it didn't impact you too much. I think it's the most I've ever said, hopefully, in one sentence. There were some takeaways from this Chargers preseason game. I'm sure you're listening to all the different Chargers podcasts. Of course, Charger Chat always coming up number one on your listening feed. And, you know, there's all these different takeaways, what to expect, what can we, you know, learn about the team in the regular season, all this stuff about this second preseason game. And as always, before I'm going to do it as well, I'm going to break down what I saw. I want to remind the audience, the listeners, that this is the preseason. The good moments are very good. The bad moments can look very bad. It is the preseason. We shouldn't make conclusions about the entire season off of games where the outcome does not matter and most of the players playing are the backups. So I just think that's important to remember. I mean, look at the first preseason game. We had a lot of takeaways about the game. Easton Stick, for example, and then the second game kind of goes against directly what everyone was taken away from that game. So just take everything with a grain of salt. The NFL season's a long season. The first 4 weeks of the regular season are going to be vastly different from the last 4 weeks of the regular season. So to think that the first two preseason games of the year are going to be indicative of the season as a whole, that's a little silly, but there are still some positive takeaways to take away. and some things I was a little bit worried about that hopefully will iron itself out as the year goes along. Starting with the positives, I broke this down into things I'm confident in, things I'm worried about, and one thing I'm still a little bit undecided about as it pertains to the Chargers in the 2023 season. Confident, the defensive line. I think the defensive line, both games, has been great. I mean, granted, it's coming up against backup offensive lines, so that's where we have to, remember to grade these things on a curve. But, the defensive line has been great, generating pressure, some of the blitz packages they've been sending, the ability to stop the run. There's been a lot of interior defensive linemen out/not playing in this, and the depth guys have really showed up. You have guys like CJ Okoye, who's looking fantastic, and suddenly we're all talking about how he can make the roster. I don't think he makes a 53-man roster, but he can be on the practice squad as a special designated player as part of the IPPP. Yeah, I think I said the right amount of P's. He can be on the practice squad. He's like his special designated slot, doesn't count towards the 16. He can't be called up during the season, but they can keep him in the organization, develop him into future years. So CJ Okoye has looked great. Someone I want to talk about, Tuli Pelotu, nailed that. Still can't really spell it on my first attempt every time. He looked great. He looks like a grown man out there. He was 20 years old at the time of drafted. He's someone who's going to play on the outside, but can also kind of play a little bit on the inside as well. He's going to be the long-term replacement for Khalil Mack, who might be entering his last year on the Chargers. And just having that guy in this defensive line room, in this edge rushing room, I think is great. I think Chris Rumpf has shown some improvement, some growth, both in his game and in his stature, his physicality, which is huge for him. I think this will be a really deep edge rusher room, spearheaded by one of the best duos in the league. And if that duo can stay healthy, and then you could sprinkle in Tuli, you could sprinkle in Rumpf here and there, it's going to be really dangerous. I always go back to the first 2 weeks of the 2022 season, but more importantly, the Chiefs game, because I remember the Chiefs game, the first few drives of the game, really the whole game as a whole, but Khalil Mack's impact was felt. Mack and Bosa on the same defensive line. That defensive line, go back and watch that Chiefs game. The Chiefs had no answer for it. They were trying to go away from Bosa, go away from Mack. There was no answer. And yes, they lost the game, so unfortunate things happened, but those 2 weeks were the only time we really got a full Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and it was exceptional. Now, could Mack regress this year a little bit with his age? Sure, but we have better depth behind him now, whereas, it could be a really dangerous, really special edge rushing group. You look at the best teams in the league, what's one thing almost all of them have in common? They have great quarterbacks, and they have the ability to get to the quarterback, and I think the Chargers have both of those things in 2023, hopefully. I'm also very confident about the receivers. This is nothing new. The receiving room, this is the deepest it's been in Justin Herbert's career, the deepest it's been maybe in Tom Telesco's career with the Chargers. You have the 1-2, Keenan, Mike Williams. They obviously aren't even playing in the preseason, but we know what they're capable of. Joshua Palmer, I think he's getting slept on a little bit. I still think he has a lot to offer and can be an impact receiver this year. And even next year, if he has to replace one of Keenan or Mike or both and has a bigger role in the offense, I'm still not selling my Joshua Palmer stock. Quentin Johnston, he had some drops in the first game, a little worrisome. I get it. But at the end of the day, he's athletic. He's going to be these underneath routes. His route running has been great. And I think he's going to have not as big of a statistical season as some Charger fans might have expected when he was drafted, but is going to have his presence felt on the offensive side of the ball and is going to be, a difference maker. But then you look at the likes of, John Hightower, who's had an excellent camp, hasn't really done much in the preseason yet, but he's also, was banged up a little bit, and who knows what he's capable of. Jalen Guyton, once he comes back, what he's capable of. And most importantly, Darius Davis, who I still don't think is going to be a big part of the offense, because it's kind of like DeAndre Carter last year. If DeAndre Carter's your wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3, then something's gone wrong. But as a mixing guy, as a change of pace guy, as a guy who can play in the slot or wherever and use his athleticism, I think he's going to have a big impact. I think maybe we see some creative plays with him, some end arounds, some gadget play type stuff that I always wish they did with Joe Reed. I think they might do with Darius Davis. And of course, he's going to have an impact on the punt game. He did drop a punt in this game, but it's okay. He was a little antsy to return it. They did, the Saints didn't end up recovering it, so it's all good. So I think receiver is going to be great. Darius Davis is someone who I'm really looking forward to watching play as a rookie in 2023. I think the secondary is going to be great. Again, not really a surprise. You have J.C. Jackson coming back from injury earlier than expected. You have Michael Davis playing like a legitimate elite cornerback 1, probably the most underrated cornerback in the league. You have Asante Samuel Jr., who came into camp thinking that maybe he was the CB4 in this depth chart and has a chip on his shoulder and has played like it, has been absolutely stellar in camp, looked great in the joint practices with the Saints, and has just been the standout of the defensive side of the ball. Jasir Taylor has had some struggles. I get it. Some Charger fans aren't as high on him as they were at the start of camp, but that's okay. He's a second-year guy playing slot corner, like it's going to happen. Dean Leonard has looked great. And then you look at, you have Derwin James, obviously. And then the other safety position is kind of a question mark. It's like you have Alohi Gilman, who has shown flashes of being really, really good, but kind of lacks that elite athleticism that you're looking for at the position. And then here comes JT Woods, who a lot of Charger fans were disappointed with last season because he was drafted in the 3rd round after not having a 2nd round pick and was expected to do these things. And he just wasn't NFL ready. Is he perfect? Not at all. Nobody's perfect. Did he make a really bad play in this preseason game against the Saints? Yes. He had a really bad read on that screen, allowed a big gain. He was kind of the sole reason why it was a big gain, and it happened. But he also had a lot of positives that made up for it, and the mistakes didn't compound, which is huge for a young player. Young players, they make one big mistake, it compounds, they get out of the game. We see it happen all the time in the preseason. That did not happen with JT Woods, and with him and Alohi Gilman kind of splitting those duties. Again, injuries are going to happen. It's football. It's inevitable. But with them splitting those duties when fully healthy, like I think that second safety position might not be the strongest point of the defense, but isn't a massive hole like it could have been, in the worst case scenario. So I'm feeling great about the secondary. And I'm also feeling great about the linebackers, which feels really weird to say. This is easily the one that could end up not panning out of these 4 because there is a world which you could talk yourself into not working. Eric Kendricks is older. Maybe he regresses. Kenneth Murray does the same old. Dan Henley, he's a rookie. So what can he really do? But you look at the positive side of things, Kendricks, former All-Pro, might not be an All-Pro again, but could still be really, really good. Kenneth Murray has looked absolutely fantastic in camp. All the stuff coming out of camp, both what fans can see and then what his teammates are saying has been exceptional. It wouldn't be a surprise. I mean, it would be a surprise, but it wouldn't be the first time that a linebacker had a breakout year for the Chargers and is in a contract year. And then Henley is coming off of a fantastic preseason game where he's showing the athletic traits to make plays happen. And as he continues to develop and become better, he's going to make a difference. We have Amen Agbogbamiga, who's obviously, flying around their special teams impact, kind of similar to Henley, where he could use his athleticism kind of against the run and all that. Nick Nyman, he's a leader on the special team side of ball as a depth linebacker. That's all you could really ask for. Blake Lynch, whether or not he makes the roster is yet to be seen, but he was brought in by the Chargers. There's just suddenly like a lot of depth at the linebacker position. And if everything works, if 80% of it works in a positive side, with the glass half full, then we're looking at a good linebacker room that, again, isn't the strong point of the defense. We're not looking at like Pro Bowl linebacker room, but isn't a weak point. And if the linebacker's not a weak point and the second safety point position isn't a weak point, where's the weak point in this Chargers defense? So that's really exciting. Some things I'm worried about. The tight ends. Gerald Everett, I still think he's very underrated, not just in the whole NFL scope, but even with Charger fans. I think he's fantastic. I think he's a great pass catching weapon, and I think he's going to be really good this year. But the depth behind him, it's worth bringing up. What are we going to see? Trey McKitty looked really bad his sophomore year and hasn't really shown the steps that he's improving in his 3rd year, which is concerning. Donald Parham, who's always been like this big fan favorite, kind of because he's different. He's huge. Chicken Parham, 6'8". It's been a red zone target. It's kind of like, put up or shut up time for Donald Parham compared to how fans view him. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but it's like, okay, fans have been hyping you up. Last year you were hurt. There was, excuses, whatever. This is the year where it's like, hey, are you this reliable red zone guy who can also be a reliable tight end too, both, with the blocking and the pass catching? Now's your time to prove it. And, he didn't look great at times last night on Sunday against the Saints. So it'll be interesting to see what how that kind of plans out. Stone Smart has looked great in his chances, but is he really ready to be tight end 2 if all else fails? And is that a good thing if Stone Smart is the tight end 2? I'm not sure. And then the offensive line depth is the other thing I'm worried about. I think the starting offensive line is great. I think that goes without saying. It's locked down for the next 3 years. And if everyone stays healthy, the Chargers will have a top 5 offensive line in the league. It's football. It's the NFL. Not everyone stays healthy. Not every team gets ravaged by injuries, but there will be some games where the Chargers are missing 1 or 2 guys. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. And I'm a little bit worried about the offensive line depth. The tackle depth has not looked great. The guard depth even hasn't, Jordan McFadden has shown signs, and I think he's going to be a good pro throughout his career. But besides him, there hasn't really been much to be excited about. Easton Stick was under fire all game on Sunday. So I think it is a concern that if, 1 or 2 domino falls, the whole house of cards falls, So that's a little bit of a concern, but hopefully that's not something that even shows up in the regular season. And if it does, hopefully the Chargers make the necessary changes. In previous years, Tom Telesco hasn't made in-season additions. This year has always felt different with the restructures and everything going on. This is kind of his last year to really prove it and save his job. So if it is an issue, hopefully they address it in the regular season if need be. And still undecided. I'm still undecided with the running backs. That might be a little bit of a controversial take. Dotson looked great in the first preseason game, had some key drops in the second preseason game and in the passing game though. Austin Eckler, obviously touchdown machine, but he's getting up there in age. His in between the tackle running was regressing last year. Now, not all of that was his fault. Some of it was scheme. Some of it was offensive line, but there were still some steps backward in that regard. How is that going to look this season? Joshua Kelly hasn't looked great in the preseason. I wouldn't say he's looked horrible, but nothing's really jumped off the page with him to be like, man, he could be the reliable RB2. And I have liked what I've seen out of Isaiah Spiller. He's kind of the saving grace of this, this whole thing. Dotson's been good, but I need more than one preseason game to kind of be fully in on him. But Spiller's been the one saving grace, the words I'm undecided instead of feeling bad about it, because there's a world in which Spiller looks like Texas A&M Spiller, and he's fantastic, and he becomes the RB2, and he becomes this go-to guy on short yardage situations or whatever the case may be. There's a world in which that happens, but there's also a world in which the depth still struggles, and Eckler takes a step back, and the Chargers maybe don't have a great running game. So that's where I'm still undecided. I think that's something that's going to only pan out, only show itself in the regular season. I don't think we're going to get a true sense of what the running game is going to look like in the preseason, especially without the offensive line in there and, Justin Herbert not in there and all that fun stuff. But, I think we're going to use Justin Herbert more, his legs more. We've seen it with Easton Stick. We've seen it in practices, some of the speed options and whatnot. So that might help remedy it a little bit. But undecided on the running backs. Hopefully the third preseason game of the year can kind of swing me in the positive favor. But it's exciting. One more preseason game, then a bye week, then the regular season is back. We are less than a month away. What is it now? 3 weeks away. And then Charger football. And this year feels, I don't want to say it, but it feels special almost because the Chargers aren't getting a lot of hype by outside media. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how they shape out the 53-man roster. There's a lot of talent this year, and there's going to be some guys that get left out as well. So very interesting next few weeks in store for the Chargers. Hopefully they can show more positive signs in the final preseason game of the year. And, hopefully next time I'm talking to you, we are raving about the start of the 2023 season and just how many wins the Chargers could secure. Until I talk to you next time, let's get back to the Charger chat, guys.
Well, there you go, folks. Jason Reed breaking it down, giving you some more things to consider.
He's back.
He's back.
Jason,
back in full form.
We got regular season.
Jason's back in regular season form. Yeah.
Yeah, we're eating our Reedies right now.
Yeah.
Season Reedies.
Frosted mini
Reedies.
Shut up, guys. So the wound is still
I'm just
fresh.
gonna find every possible way to bring up frosted mini.
Every opportunity is going to be taken.
It's my next
Frosted
Christmas present for the next
Reedies.
20 years. Is a box of.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let me see if
You're
there's
welcome.
like pajamas,
Frosted
and
mini
stuff
wheat
that I can buy
shirt,
you.
slippers, hats.
And I'll find a new way to dispose of it every year. I'll throw it in a fire pit. I'll put it in the garbage disposal.
This will be great.
Take a dump
Give it
on
to
it
a
while it's
Raider
in the
fan.
toilet.
Give it to a Raider fan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, there were so many good points that you made there, Jason. And yeah, I mean, there's just so many things to consider. Again, it's preseason, so
There's a
it's
lot
more
of
about
excitement and hope, though.
there's a lot of excitement. Just because some guys are making bad plays doesn't mean they're bad players. Even every good player can have a bad game. So
yeah,
it's you got to kind of chalk it up to that. And again, it's preseason, so these are guys that are really fighting hard to make a spot on the roster, and sometimes that can be accumulated to like I see the carrot so bad that I just want to run and get it.
Yeah,
and you just open yourself up
these
for
are
mistakes.
Like playoff games for these guys that are trying to make rosters. Every game is like a playoff game, and it's just a lot. There's a lot going on, and it's faster than a lot of them have ever played. And it's like you talk about the transition from college to the NFL. These guys are expected to do that instantly because they don't get the oh, he was a first round draft pick. We got to let him learn, and he's Kenneth Murray, so he gets 4 years to get to speed. If these guys don't get to speed right away, they're back home next week. So
for sure.
There's a lot going on there, and it's preseason. I can take a lot out of a preseason game when it was very clear that we had a goal. Like our coaching staff went into that game with we need to see what Easton is. Mm-hmm. Our offense, we need to see what we have, and it wasn't great, but there was intention behind it. If we have guys out there and we're trying to win, and you can tell it's like we're making decisions to win games and punting on 4th down, and like it's like, oh, that sucks that we lost. We were trying to win, but it's when what you see of like the intention of we're not there to win. This is a glorified practice, and we got what we wanted, even though we took an L. I can go to bed a little bit easier with that.
Exactly. So, Mr. Reed, thank you again for another awesome Bolt beat. And now, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment. Ask Bolt Fam. Time to do it.
Let's go.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Bolt Fam, and we start off with Swipe Up Visuals. Who asked the question? Hey, goats. Oh, what's your favorite Chargers preseason moment of any preseason since y'all have been watching? Hoo-ha! Since we're entering our last week of preseason. Also, why didn't Max Duggan play at all yesterday? I am furious. Hoo-ha. Anyways, family, trust, respect, and K. Love you, bye. P.S. Oh, here's the Victory Rams graphic I didn't show last week because Kevin saw it, though. Oh, okay. Also, P.P.S. Thanks, y'all, for the shout-out. Love y'all. Y'all help me through times when I'm not happy, and when Wooly does his voices for these Askboltfam questions, plus everything in between, makes me love y'all so much. Anyways, bye. Swipe of visuals.
Wow. He did a really good one. He did a really good one.
Should we share?
It. Yeah.
I think we should.
We shall.
We shall.
Shall we must.
There it is.
There she is.
We got 2 Chargers. We got Asante Samuel Jr. and Gerald Everett cooking a ram's head over an open fire.
Wow.
Is that right next to a brisket too?
Looks like it.
Is that what I did? Okay, I was looking at that going like, is that a dead ram? Are we going to have to blur this out for YouTube for like some kind of violence concern? But
it's a brisket.
Okay, brisket makes sense.
There's a victory brisket on the left, and then a whole lot of ram heads.
A bunch of ram's heads.
Almost like a s'more style.
Ram's heads roasting on an open fire.
That's exactly what
just
it is.
a gorgeous scene. Just beautiful
picturesque
line of mountains and sky. And
Gerald Everett looks like he's like joust, like sword fighting someone.
It's got like a pinata vibe, a little
or
bit.
a wand. It looks very like Harry Potter kind of.
I like it.
So there you go. Swipe of visuals. Awesome picture.
So
and to answer your question, favorite preseason moment of any preseason since y'all been watching.
I have kind of a. I pulled a Kevin in like a workaround answer.
Okay.
So the year was 2020.
The year was 2020.
2020.
There was COVID hit
the
world.
Yes.
And the preseason was canceled.
Oh, that's right.
Week 1, however, which would have been preseason game 1, our very
Week
own
2.
Justin Herbert.
Week 2.
Week 2, which would have also been preseason.
What a
preseason.
blatant Olay.
So week 2 of the preseason of 2020, Justin Herbert had his debut and absolutely destroyed.
I expect more from the serial champion. I really do.
Wow.
I don't know. If you look at a season, you should have
just
3 to
like
4
a
preseason
Duggan.
games. Week 2, this is the second game played of the year, which would have been preseason game 2. Justin steps up.
I remember mine. There's so many of them, but I think the one that I was like, oh hell yeah, we had first round pick. It was during Telesco's tenure, but it was Jason Verrett had like 2 interceptions in a game. I think it was against the Niners. It was something like that, and Jason Verrett was going absolutely off. The problem is that's when he peaked and he was hurt the rest of his career. So that was great because we got to see what he could have been for a game, and that was good.
Favorite preseason moment, man. I have a real, because I mean the only preseasons that I can even really recall are like this year's and last year's. Like prior to us really doing this, preseason never really landed on my radar.
Yeah,
and
they're always kind of like games.
Yeah, I mean, I guess honestly, just I can't think of like a specific moment, but just seeing the production of Austin Eckler when he came out to do preseason, and then seeing him make the
Phil
team,
not even knowing his name, all that.
Didn't know his name. His number was 3.
Yeah.
Like it was just a weird, like, oh, look at this guy. Like it's really the only more recent moment that I can think of like an undrafted free agent, you know, kind of coming in and like
cool. That's a good call.
making the team, and then actually like becoming like the highest scoring running back over the past couple of years. Like
that was like
that's pretty special.
2016, 2017. That was a good pull.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, I have a hard time remembering specific moments, but I mean, just the fact that Austin Eckler became what he did, and it was because of those preseason games that he came out and was just producing like crazy. Yeah. So I hope that's a good enough answer for you, Swipe of Visuals. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tom Telesco's burner account, who asked the question.
Yeah, boy. What's good? It's your boy Flavor Flav. We've been shutting down the run, and that's the main thing that matters. Last week, we held the Rams to under 100, and this week, 62. I say if we can be a top 15 in rush defense, we will be Super Bowl contenders. That is the key right there, boy. The change to at least stand up linebackers at all times is working. What do you think? Okay, love you guys. I need Isaiah Spiller to get at least 150 touches this year. Guy runs downhill and has vision. He's like a rhino with glasses on. Okay, I'm out. Peace out. You dig?
That was terrible. But the question was not, or at least the statement as far as like, 62. We held the rushing yards 62.
The defense has looked good the last couple of weeks, man. They're, you know, and they're not our starters, man. It just shows.
The thing that was crippling us almost all of last season, giving up the run, we kept them to under 62.
Yeah.
And 100 the previous week. That's not something to sneeze at.
No, they clearly addressed what the problem was last year, and it's coming out in the second and third stringers.
Yeah. And if we could be a top 15 in rush defense,
it
Super
still
Bowl
just
bound?
doesn't make sense why we were so bad last year against the run. We didn't change anything drastic. We brought in, I guess you have a new quote unquote defensive coordinator in Ansley, but like he's more energy, but it's really Staley like in charge of the defense. So nothing changed in that effect.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at backup guys being good, and that's not going to be like a holy cow. That it's so different. It just feels like they're playing better. You know, it's like they're just doing their job more effectively. And maybe it's like we saw last year at the end of the year when we had a couple of key guys out. It's like you just simplify things and play faster. Maybe that's been like Coach Staley's like, look, I don't know. Maybe it's simplified play calling because of the preseason. And now you're seeing like, oh yeah, just simplify the play calling all year long. And then we're ready to rock and roll. It feels like every time you put Derwin James on the field, Coach Staley just gets so excited and like trigger happy and just makes it so much bigger than what it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year, like just looking at these interior offensive linemen, I think that was where we kind of fell apart last year. A lot of these running plays that we got gouged on. And we got a couple guys like CJ, you got Matlock, you got all these guys that they brought in, they're fresh, they're new. And I think that's the difference right now. The scheme, like you said, the scheme's changed. So what's the difference? It's we don't have Jerry Tillery. We don't have some of these guys. We brought in some new. So I'm just hopefully it'll keep rolling like that. And because I feel totally fine, especially with Matlock getting in there and starting and playing if he has to.
I mean, to me, it feels like just more solid depth because, I mean, we're still not seeing, you know, we don't have Morgan Fox or I saw Austin Johnson's possibly coming back here pretty soon. Or
he's on the practice field. Yeah, but he's still not playing in these preseason games.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like the depth that we had last year for the guys coming in to fill in those spots from guys going down, I think is just different. I think, and I mean, I don't know. I'm grasping at straws like you guys, just trying to figure out what could possibly be it. But
what's the big change?
It feels just like solid depth in the defensive line, as far as I can tell. I mean, you got CJ Okoye out there coming in playing this
how
first
good is
game
he
last
for
year.
that being his second game, and how like he's just throwing people off him. The guy is a monster.
I know the guy's just just solid, just a solid wall of a man, and is able to, just able to stop the run. So it's impressive to see. We love to see it here. Super Bowl bound. I couldn't agree more. Tom Telesco's runner account. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Daryl 21, who asked the question. Hey boys, did you see what I saw at our first game with the Rams? Our queen, Haley, was there on the sideline hanging out with Q. What a sight for sore eyes. Now we're hoping to see her in bold content again, which will be sown probably with Chris and Eric. Now, for my question, which diamonds will make our team? I'm pulling for CJ Okoye to make the practice squad, and with the release of Roundtree and Hall, I'm just like everyone else. Give me Dotson. Seeing that boy run for 2 TDs with that kind of speed, even my cats crap the place. Now, time to go a-marching in Sunday night all over the Saints. We're almost there, guys. A few more weeks. It'll be time to go fishing. FTC, FTB, and FTR. Okay. Love you. Bye.
I think he wrote this just before
he wrote this before the Saints game, which is okay.
But still,
the comment still stands. We did finally see Haley Elwood on the sideline interviewing some players.
All is right.
And and still doesn't take away from Dotson's performance in the preseason week one.
The way he ran, he's showing all the aspects. He just needs to work on the catching. That's all we need to see in that third game.
Hit the jugs machine and get better.
He ran over people in this game. The previous game, he ran around people. So you've shown me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hope, shamelessly positive spin.
Yeah.
Hopefully that poor performance of catching the football keeps him on our practice squad. I don't know. You're not going to carry 4 guys on the active roster. We never have. And it's just too many running backs on our team. So you are able to now keep him on the practice squad if he continues to, and then he's a rookie. Let him, my hope, no undrafted free agents make the team. I think undrafted free agents make the team when you don't have the depth going into the season.
Your draft picks
should have
good.
enough with what you have already created before you bring in this line. That means you drafted poorly if these guys are continuing to make the team. So I hope that we have enough depth and we are solid enough of a team that I don't know. I feel like that's a good sign if an undrafted free agent's not making the team. But at the same time, you love the underdog story. You get the Austin Eckler's that pop up every once in a generation. So it'd be cool. I think that, but I want to see our undrafted free agents be on the practice squad and then emerge as the year goes on. I don't want an active roster undrafted free agent week 1.
Mm-hmm.
With you.
That's a good point. Yeah. Different way to look at it.
Be the first year in a long time. That didn't happen though.
It would be. We'll have to wait and see. But Daryl, thank you for asking the question. If we had to decide, I would agree that CJ Okoye,
great story.
Would love to see him make the team just for the story, and seems to be doing okay out there. He
played
got
2
the
NFL games, maybe a year of
of
practice with an NFL coach. Who knows what he could be next year?
Yeah, he could just be a prodigy on the field. So we'll have to wait and see. But Daryl, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Rebolted 2006, who asked the question.
What's up, Charger Chat? Please pull me on this if need be. After 2 preseason games, I think it should be stated. Isaiah Spiller and Dotson, who made mistakes tonight but better upside, is better than Kelly. Stone Smart is better than Parham. The Chargers will never kick a 55-yard plus field goal this season, which how many times they choose to go for it on 4th down and 57-yard field goal range during the second preseason game. Darius Davis is an upgraded bandy, and I wouldn't be scared if everyone in front of him was injured. I'm even happy with Hightower and Doss. Be a decent 3 that can still get the job done. Am I right? Kay, love you. Bye.
Hot takes.
Some hot takes from Rebolted 2006. 2006. All right. Isaiah Spiller and Dotson over Kelly. What do we think?
I don't think so. I
thought you just said that Spiller would be the one to take Kelly's position.
Well, that was no. That and him and Dotson are better than Kelly. I don't think Dotson is better than Kelly.
So you half agree.
I half agree. I think Isaiah Spiller. Yeah, I'm just answering the goddamn question. Okay, just answering the question.
You said one thing earlier, and now you're saying something different.
No. I said Isaiah Spiller. I think has leaped Kelly in terms of what I'm excited for him and what he could be the 1-2 punch with Austin. But I don't think Dotson has leaped Kelly yet. He's had a good first preseason game and had some mistakes in this last one. So, and I just think you don't think you get leaped like that.
We've seen Josh Kelly do pretty good in pass pro too. You've seen him pick up blitzes, and you haven't seen that out of Dotson at all. So I don't think that Dotson has leapfrogged Josh Kelly with one good a preseason performance against a fourth string defense. So
I'm excited about him though.
Yeah. I think it's fun that we found this guy and he seems like a stud. But I still think he's a practice squad guy. Isaiah Spiller, Josh Kelly, and Austin Eckler are your guys going into the season, in my opinion, still right now.
And then Stone Smart over Parham.
No. I would just,
not yet.
Yeah, no. Stone Smart looked good, but again, you cannot replace, you can't mimic first string NFL guys with what you're seeing out there. I was shocked by Stone Smart's performance. I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. You've heard guys talk about him really highly in this offseason. In training camp, but Donald Parham, like he's proved that he's a guy. He's an NFL tight end, huge receiver presence. I don't think one okay performance changes that. So
or one dropped pass.
Yeah, I think he's comparing the drop pass. Got him frustrated with Parham a little bit, but I don't think he's better.
And Parham's been dealing with injuries. He's spent a lot of the time during the season on the sideline. So. I get where he's coming from, but I think Parham, when healthy, if these guys are both healthy, I would take Parham over Smart still.
Right now.
Chargers never kicking a 55-yard plus field goal this season, considering how many times we go for it on fourth down.
I think it's preseason. You want to create situations. So you get that 4th and 5. You want to see your offense be put in that tough position to see if they can step up and make the play. I don't think it's we will never kick this. But that is right there on the edge of any NFL team of like, you're not just going to always, no doubt about it, we're going to kick this field goal. Like it's situational whether or not you're going to try that. That's a 60-yard field goal that's like close to NFL record type depth. So it's not just a guarantee for any kicker.
Right.
So in the preseason for sure, I like seeing us trying to go for it, be aggressive, see what our offense can do.
Totally.
I feel like you already kind of know what you have and the kickers that we have. This battle, it seems like it's like being built up more than it really should be. You know who the two guys are. I feel like you're just waiting to see hopefully if they both come out healthy. But if they both come out of everything preseason healthy, you already know who you're going with.
Right. And then Darius Davis being an upgraded Bandy.
Oh, 100%. 1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly got the speed.
Yeah, Bandy's no longer on the roster. I think that says a lot about that upgrade.
Yeah.
He's already been one of our most what was the stat? It was like we were 1 for 10 on third down conversions in that game up until Darius Davis caught that pass. Like he seems to be getting us what we need in those clutch moments.
Right.
So I'm excited about him as a wide receiver as much as I am about him returning.
Big time.
I think he's making a case a lot easier. It's making it a lot easier for the roster in terms of who they're going to keep and where he's going to be. Because line him up, let him go play because he's fast as shit and he's got great hands.
Right. I don't know if I would be stoked if it was him, Hightower, and Doss out there.
I don't want Hightower. I really fell off Hightower with all the mental mistakes. Like he needs to have a really big game 3. And, you can be a practice warrior. You can be, but if you're not doing it during the game when you have your opportunity and you're making boneheaded plays, like don't go off sides. I already said it earlier. Don't go off sides.
Yeah. All right. I think we hit them all. So some hot takes, they're rebolted 2006. I think we agree with some, not all of them, but
they could all be right, but they
could be right. Yeah.
It feels a little too early to stake.
Just a skosh.
Yeah.
Skosh too early.
Yeah.
but we love the enthusiasm. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Lexi M.
Lexi,
who asked the question.
Boy, howdy, has it been a bit since I asked a question? And boys, football is back. Thanks so much. I got my patch and it's amazing. Thanks, Papa Wooly. First, some thoughts I had. Number one, Kevin, I appreciate you, but you need to stop throwing Hopkins away with the trash. Decker is good, sure, but we A, don't know what Hopkins is like after his second season, and it's not just a fluke how good he is, and B, he literally broke himself to give us that win against the Donkeys. Number two, man, it was nice seeing our boys play all 4 quarters on this and last week's game. Oh, also, did I mention football is back? Number 3, I agree with you, Kyle. Seeing Kellen on the sidelines is just an amazing cherry on top of an already wonderful offense that is ready to beat up those cock-juggling Thunder so the rest of the league knows them as the Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders. And number 4, lastly, is that interview with Gates. Oh, both the podcast and Patreon versions were stellar. Thanks so much for giving us an insight to one of the gods. Okay, now for my question. What is one thing you were impressed / happy to see in these 2 games so far, and one thing you want to clean up? For me, impressed at the penalty amount, only getting, I believe, 4, and it was minor things that we shouldn't be seeing starters make was wonderful. To clean up, I think we need to figure out what is going on with Davis. He killed it last week, but couldn't duplicate the great performance this week. FTC, B, and R. Both the up. K loves you. Bye.
I love that voice so much.
I
You're
haven't
so
used
good
it in
at
a
it.
while, so brought it up for Lexi.
You're so
Because
good.
we haven't heard from Lexi. Good to hear from you again, Lexi.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
The trash, throwing Hopkins out the trash.
Yeah, don't
Is
throw
that
him
how
out
I
the
come
trash.
across?
I mean, you
Kinda,
kind of,
yeah.
I'm
You're
the
a little-
trash man.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Tuesday, trash day. Let's wheel that baby out there. and
I'm
let
just
him
going to
go.
tell you right now, I don't fucking recycle, okay? Put it in the garbage.
Wow. I mean, you're kind of treating Hopkins like the Christmas tree that's been
Yeah, I
hanging
haven't
around
given
too
him a
long.
fair
light that crap up. Let it go.
I guess I haven't given him a fair shake, but, you know, Dicker, you know?
Just be a little
You got
gentle. We
those
get it. You
Dicker
love
goggles
Dicker.
that you're wearing. Yeah.
Yeah, give it a shake.
Yeah, seeing the boys play all 4 quarters was awesome. Yes, it's awesome seeing Kellen Moore on the sideline
Yeah, I
every
still
time the
love that.
camera cuts to him.
I love when he celebrates with the guys when they come off the field. Like
come
that, there's
on. How do
something
you not-
else.
You can just get invested in a play call when you know the guy's standing right there and you're celebrating with after touchdowns. It's like, let's go. We're in this together.
Or like when
Yeah.
it was Easton was on the sideline, he just threw a pick, and I saw him go over there and just tap him on the shoulder, and be like, "It's all right,
Right.
get it, we'll get him."
yeah.
Like that, just little confidence boosters, as opposed to radio in on the phone.
Get him
All
on the
right,
phone. Get him on the
it's
phone.
me,
Get him on the
Lombardi, the voice of Lombardi. Come let's
Yeah.
have a chat.
It's funny now that I think about it. It feels like when Lombardi's up in the box, it's just like he's separating himself. He's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
like my manager. That's my boss up there. And
Right.
I don't interact with him. He's not an equal like me. He's somebody above me that tells me
Yeah.
what to do and if I do a good job or a bad job.
Right.
Now
Maybe he
that Kellen
has-
Moore's down there on the sideline, there's that camaraderie. There's that feeling of like, he's a part of us. He's a part of the team. I don't know.
I think Lombardi had some social anxiety. He didn't want to be
Maybe.
around everybody.
Maybe.
Maybe
I
that's what
don't
it is.
hold that against him if he did, but it's a totally different feeling now that
I love
Kellen
it.
Moore's on the sideline.
I love it.
And yeah, Gates, come on, Kevin.
So good.
You just interviewed a Chargers Hall of Fame person.
I can't believe it happened, dude. Still can't believe it happened. You know what? I also can't believe it happened. I just lost to Kyle. And that was
Wow, you're the one bringing it up now. Now you're the one that's like, I need to open this wound again.
You just got
just
the
so
weed
bad.
out.
Congratulate
It's just so
myself.
bad. Sorry. No, but yeah,
Um,
Gates is absolutely. I can't.
the
Like, it's
GOAT.
bucket list, dude. Honestly, like I said it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so things that we were impressed / happy to see in 2 games and things that we need to clean up.
I'll go first. The thing that she's not happy about is the thing that I'm excited about. because you're not going to get to the house every game from a punt returner.
No, to expect that.
And he took one. Yeah. He took a kick at the goal line. He got a 35-yard return,
which was great.
This is all stuff we haven't had in a long time. Yeah, he had a little muffed where he didn't catch it and he kicked it out of bounds.
It was a little scary.
That's preseason. I'm still incredibly every time they're about to kick, I'm excited. It's like popcorn. It's like, what is he gonna do? We haven't had that in a very long time. So I could see why you feel like we need to clean that up, but he's still, what he did in that last game was better than what we've had in a long time. So, and that was just his second game.
I would agree. I would say to just kind of expand on that I'm impressed and happy with the special teams right now. Yeah. We've got kickers that are making kicks. We've got guys that are returning punts and kickoffs, and guys that are running downfield. And I mean, who was it? God, I can't remember now. There was a kickoff or a punt that we had last night that the guy was just right on him,
Bynum,
right as the guy caught. Is it Bynum? Yeah, so. Just got the guy. He didn't call for a fair catch, so he came in and just tackled him right at the right moment.
And yeah, special teams looks good. They really do. Except for that weird penalty where the 11th man was running off the field.
Yeah, I don't chalk that again. Yeah. Nothing's going to be perfect, but I'm very happy with how the special teams is performing comparatively to previous seasons where it was just cripes, here comes Badgley. Badgley, we loved you. Why can't you make these?
But I love this. If her expectation is he needs to run it back every game, look what you have.
That's your Charger chat kind of mentality.
Your first, you're literally
17-0.
Yeah, you're one game with them. He has set the bar for you, and you want that every game. I love that. I love it.
I like that. Yeah.
Love that, Lexi. I love that positivity.
We already talked about it. I'm impressed with the run defense. It's just different.
Yeah,
it feels a little different. It's fun to be we turn the ball over. It's all right. Defense will hold him. Here we go. Let's see if the boys make a big play. So that's been fun. In this last game, man, turnovers, you cannot have that. That can't happen. That just is impossible to win football games in the NFL when you turn the ball over. So,
something I want to clean up is I want to clean up getting Max Duggan in there and let him see what's going on. Let's clean that up and get him some snaps. That's what I want.
I thought you were going to say clean up Dustin Hopkins. Get him out of here.
Nah, yeah, he's already gone.
Get that trash cleaned up.
Yeah, he's in the bag. It's sitting by the trash can. We just got to wait till Friday to toss it out.
The truck to come by.
Yeah.
This poor man. Wow. What happened to you, Kevin?
I just like my guy. I like him. I respect you, Lexi. I understand what you're saying. I'm joking.
But do you respect Hopkins?
I'm joking. I'm not a very serious person by nature, and my sarcasm's very high. But I'm a solid dicker guy. I just want to apologize ahead of time.
We know.
I apologize.
Big dicker guy.
Big dicker guy.
Yeah.
The one thing that I would like to see cleaned up, we haven't seen any picks these past two games. So the
a lot of almosts. We had another one.
A lot of almost coulda, shoulda, woulda moments, but I would love to see some more turnovers from the secondary, from those guys coming in and making some catches.
I think that's a really good. I like that.
Good call.
I'll second you.
Thank you.
I like mine, but I like yours.
I get a couple good ones every now and then.
I like mine, but
I like yours better.
All right, Lexi, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to FN Dooley, who asked the question. I have never even watched preseason. Now I am cussing at the screen like it is a playoff game. What is wrong with me? Stick struggled this week. JT Woods rallied. He shouldn't cross his arms, though, after a breakup. Doesn't deserve it yet. Henley is going to be a problem for people. Q is the real deal. Tooley is going to see the field. Matlock is a beast. I love me some Darius Davis. Now we wait. Who makes the team? And all these guys in, Stick the leading rusher, not good. Likey what I see in Spiller, though. Run defense, solid. Run game, pitiful. So hard to judge with the names on both sides. First question, was the offensive line bad, or did Stick just hold onto the ball too long? Seemed to me to be the latter. Not that the line protected great, because I don't think they did, especially not in the last play of the game, but I digress.
Second question. Overreaction, I am sure, but here goes. Looked like Parham had an easy one, probably scores, ends the game with 0 receptions. Stone Smart, 4 receptions. Parham has been with the boys for a while now. Is this just the coaching staff needing to see what Smart has got, or is more of them trying to get Smart ready to be number 2 there? Personally, I think Parham has them concerned. Love the podcast, love the Gates interview, big time hate the Chiefs. The Raiders suck, always have, always will, but the Chiefs have taken on a whole new level of annoying in the Mahomes era.
I didn't know how to read this because this was just a real stream of consciousness.
That was so, dude. That was so great.
Yeah.
I feel like
Manic.
I stepped into Dooley's brain with that way you read that. That was awesome.
Yeah, you were all over the place. You were
So,
really.
I love
I'm
it.
interested in the Stone Smart like debate that's all of a sudden popped
I know the
up.
second time now it's come up.
This was not a part of the going into preseason, like, oh, there's a battle at the tight end position, because we didn't add anyone in the offseason. There was no like drama going on. We kind of just stayed status quo with everyone that was already in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know why Parham is the assumed
scapegoat?
victim.
I think Trey McKitty is for sure.
That's what I would assume. Like, if you really want Stone Smart on the squad, I would think that Trey McKitty would be the guy that you were calling for his head. Parham is getting tossed like 3 spots in the depth chart right now.
Right.
Yeah.
He's getting thrown out faster than Dustin Hopkins on
Him
Christmas.
and Dustin are just sitting by the curb right now.
Just waiting.
Tuesday's coming.
Tuesday's coming.
That's the thing, man. Like, Easton Stick, I agree with Kevin. There were some parts in that game that he looked very panicked.
Yeah.
You throw Justin Herbert in the helm there, I think you're seeing a completely different game, especially for Donald Parham.
And this is the perspective. Everyone wanted to see us throw the ball downfield. So when you want to throw the ball downfield, you got to let the play develop. Letting the play develop, you have to stand in the fucking pocket.
Gotta have some huevos.
You got to wait. You got to sit there. You got to survey the field and not panic. And he panicked a little bit. That's why
that's what it seemed like.
50% completion rate. And like, that's just, they're running. I felt like they're running Justin's offense and seeing which one of these guys is going to be able to do it. And didn't work out so well. So I think it's less about the offense. Yeah.
Do you think it was the offensive line that just didn't do Stick any favors, or was Stick just holding on to the ball too long?
I think a little bit of both. I think he had to hold on to the ball to let those develop. There weren't a ton of checkdowns at least from the angles we were seeing. And if there were, that they were covered. So I think it was a combo of maybe him waiting a little too long and making a poor choice, and just getting, they had a good rush. They had some good rushers on that team that were getting back there. So it's just a product of, I think, looking at this now, I think our offensive line depth may be one of the tougher ones on the roster.
But we're watching you're watching like 5 deep right now at offensive line.
Foster Sorrell was in there pretty much the whole game, and he gets
Foster Sorrell was in.
He gets beat pretty
Zion
consistently.
Johnson, I think, started the game in as well as Salyer,
and they were
I think those are
fine
your
then.
2 starting guards.
They were fine then. But once we moved back, but Foster Sorrell played pretty much that whole game.
Right.
And
I think the one that really kind of stood out was Pleasance. I think Pleasance was giving up
stepped
quite
in there.
a few.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He's not that guy, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's like, how many linemen do you carry on the active roster? You're not carrying 10 guys. So it's a lot of these guys that you're watching right now are you're looking to see if you're going to keep them on the practice squad or if they have potential to develop. So
right.
I don't think that I don't know. I didn't go back and watch the offensive line film. Believe it or not, when the ball is snapped, my eyes aren't locked on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not confident enough to say that they played poorly. I watched the quarterback. I'm a fan of football. So my first time through, the ball snapped, I'm watching the quarterback. That's all the camera's on. Right. It just looked a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what you do when you watch football. And then you're like, you work backwards. You're like, okay, that was a sack. Now let's watch. Was that poor blocking? Was that holding on to the ball? But we don't have that opportunity.
Mine? All right. FN Dooley, I hope you
guys having fun.
I don't know if we answered all of his questions. He had some.
You only had 2. I think it was, like I said, it was really just kind of a stream of consciousness.
I loved it. I loved it. Bring that back.
Good, yeah.
The stream of consciousness with that voice, I'll take that all day.
Okay. FN Dooley, thank you for asking the questions. Let's move it on now to Zachary Shelton, who asked the question. So it seems like Justin Herbert has become more outgoing recently. He did another mic'd up, and He was on Truth or Dare with Easton Stick. It's not a huge leap, but it's a step. I don't think he'll ever be as wild or outgoing like Rivers, but what do you attribute to him being like this now? The new contract, the addition to Kellen Moore, or maybe a combination of the two?
I think he's having more fun, man. I think it comes from all those things, but it looks like he's having more fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I'm noticing, and he's relaxed.
I don't know. Justin Herbert seems like the guy that doesn't care about money, but that's in the back of his mind. Anybody on a rookie deal is like, I need to perform so I can get that big deal.
Right.
So no matter what, that was on the back of his mind. And then on top of that, like this guy started as a rookie on a veteran-led team. Like you're a 22-year-old starting at the quarterback position. You're playing with 30-something-year-olds in Keenan Allen, and that's who's in your huddle. It's like you're not going to be the guy that's just out there screaming hoorah at everybody.
With the strongest confidence. Yeah.
No, you're not. I mean, Phillip Rivers didn't even start for his first couple of years in the NFL. Justin is now just finally getting into his 4th year in the NFL. He got his big contract, so you don't have that worrying concern. You feel a little bit more like a veteran, and you can walk into a little bit more of that leadership capacity. So you're starting to see a little bit more of his personality come out. It would be funny if part of his new contract was you have to do mic'd up once a year.
I honestly thought
that might be in there.
Stuff.
It might be in there.
Yeah, I honestly thought, I was like, that maybe that was the one thing that he was holding out for. He was like,
That's what took
all right,
so
Justin, listen, 7 appearances, 7 media appearances. He's like, no, I'll give you 2. I'm like, okay, come on. Let's meet in the middle.
One mic'd up. That's it. Draw the
line. Oh, that's funny.
And then finally he signed the contract, and we all heard
fine.
Yeah, I mean, right after
I'll do one Subway
commercial. We did get the mic'd up right after he signed the contract. So
that sound guy was so excited. It's like, it's finally come the day I get to mic your pads.
He's like, that's your one. That's one of them.
He's got coupons.
He does. He's like, fine here. All right. Well, there you go. Zachary Shelton, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Bolted 513.
Check back.
Who asked the question? Hey, CC crew, how's your summer been? Not to brag or anything, but I somehow made it to Antonio Gates' story on Insta. No big deal or anything. Anywho, how do you all feel about him finally being the Chargers Hall of Fame? Did you feel this took too long? Right on time? And when if at all, do you predict Philly Riv to officially retire and be in the Chargers Hall of Fame too? I just want to see him retire in the powder blues. Okay, boys, that's all. BTFU, FTR, FTB, FTCK. Love you. Bye.
I'm going to look. I looked into my database, and unless you changed your name, that's Certified Fresh.
Oh, Certified Fresh.
Certified Fresh.
Certified Fresh.
Yeah, Certified Fresh.
All right. Okay. Antonio Gates making it to the Hall of Fame right on time, a little too late. What are we thinking?
No, not too late. Like, you don't even know if that guy's going to come back and play still.
Yeah, they're talking about Phil playing. Are you talking about Phil, right?
No.
Well, Gatesy.
Gates.
Oh.
Making the Chargers Hall of Fame.
What, did it take too long for him to get into the Chargers Hall of Fame?
I think there's maybe just like a waiting period. Just like there's kind of some stipulation.
I mean, that's kind of how I felt. Yeah, with him now being eligible next year to go into the Hall of Fame in Canton, I felt like, maybe that was something similar with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to get in just before you.
Yeah.
We're just going to elbow our way.
Cutting in line.
We gave it to him first.
Exactly.
We loved him first before you did.
I do miss the old stadium where they used to have all the names up on the
the ring.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll probably be able to do it digitally, and they'll have some digital presentation of that. But the permanent thing was really cool at Qualcomm, and all the flags of all the teams. Remember that? That was all badass. Sorry.
It was maybe some augmented reality in the not too distant future.
We're in the future.
And then, Phillip Rivers, when will we see him retire as a Charger?
They might be playing in the Super Bowl for the 49ers next year. Who knows?
Christ. We forgot to talk about that last episode that Shanahan apparently reached out to Phil and was like, hey,
dude,
we might need you to come in.
Lost my mind if Phillip Rivers was playing in the Super Bowl.
And he would have beat the Chiefs.
I didn't think about that.
Poetry. If that could have happened.
Yeah.
and he just, oh man, Mahomes just being so sad, and Philip just talking.
I love watching
shit
Kyle
right in
just
his
predict
face.
it.
Yeah.
Just picture it.
Oh, that would have
The
been
imagination.
so freaking 92 yards right in his face.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was like, yeah, God damn it, Niners.
That
You
would've been
took
too
this
good.
from us. I hate you
Yeah.
even more now.
God,
Yeah.
stupid
So, yeah.
Eagles.
Once Phil finally decides to stop answering phones from, other coaches to
Yeah.
come in and possibly play, it will probably be the time that we see him. I mean,
He's not done. I'd say probably 2025. I'll give it another year and a
No,
half.
He'll
I don't think he's-
retire I think he'll retire here in the next couple of months.
think
I
so?
don't like. I guess not. Like if the season
what's the
starts and he's
purpose?
not retired, then I guess not.
What's the
Maybe at
real
end of this
reason to
year.
retire? There's no full blown reason. You're just
Well, you
not
can come
playing.
out of retirement. It's just like
Well, he's not. Well, Phil's
give
not.
us some closure.
Phil's not a Brady. He's not lame. You know what I mean? Like he's just straight shooter. It is what it is. He's not playing any bullshit.
So
He doesn't even have social media.
You're saying he's just never gonna retire.
He may not. He'll be ready to come in if you need him at
He'll
65.
just never come out and say I'm retired.
No. He might retire a year after Tom Brady retired and play in one game for some needy team just to say he was the oldest quarterback in the National Football
So he's
League.
like, just give me
Grab another
something, you
record.
pricks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be around when he decides to retire. I don't care when it happens.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm not
be
going
there.
anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Take your time.
We'll be here when you're ready,
Yeah.
Phil. All right. Well, it's just got to wait and see there, Bolted 513. But thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athair Kadir,
Athair.
who asked the
Kadir.
question. Okay.
Finally.
Bulldog, my baby! I got a question for Kevin and the coach. How much pressure is on the coaching staff to live up to expectations, especially if this team stays healthy, baby? I believe lots. Herbert MVP, 23 FTR, let's right. Okay, love you, bye, baby!
Thank you. I'm included in this. Usually it's just a coach. So thank you, Athair.
Yeah, Kevin's here
appreciate
too.
you.
Let's ask him the question.
Thanks.
How
Go
much
ahead, Kev.
pressure is on the coaching staff?
Obviously, there is a lot. Your third year, you have this roster. You look at it top to bottom. They're in a place where even if a couple guys have to go out for a little bit, they still should be in good shape. So it's going to come down to coaching. They have all the talent. So it's just making the right decision. So I think it's a big year. I think they're going to make the playoffs 100%. What they do when they get there, that's what we need to wait and see on.
Right.
But this is a playoff bound team 100% on my mind.
Yeah, I think that the coaching, I think Brandon Staley specifically has a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
Kellen Moore being a first year with the organization, I don't think there's as much. I think he takes the job knowing the pressure that's on Coach Staley,
Yeah.
knowing like if you don't perform, there's an opportunity for me here to step up and be the head coach. Because I think in all reality, the Chargers would go back to an offensive minded head coach because you have Justin Herbert. So I think that's part of why Kellen Moore came to the Chargers. He knows there's a lot of pressure on Brandon Staley. Now, it's not to say he's going to sandbag it, because if he sandbags
No,
it, he's not going
yeah.
to get the head coach job anyways.
Of course.
But I think you kind of are playing chess and look a couple steps ahead, and there's a lot of pressure on this team to play well. I will say at the same time, though, it feels like there's less expectation on our team this year than there was last year.
Sure.
Last year coming into the season, we were like Super Bowl favorites to a lot of analysts. Like you go pick up Khalil Mack, you have Justin Herbert coming off his second really good season.
JC Jackson.
You extended Mike Williams. You picked up JC Jackson. Like there was a lot of movement last season.
Mhm.
And so there was a lot of expectation. I don't think the expectation is that high, but the pressure on the coach might be even higher this year than last year.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how many people are predicting the Chargers to not have that many wins this season.
Like 8-win team.
And it feels like they just forgot how many guys that we had injured.
We had
last
so
year.
many
Like,
people hurt. They're
fine.
like, that team's not good. But it's like, go
Yeah.
look at the depth chart again and tell me
Right.
that.
Remember when Justin Herbert broke some of his ribs or the cartilage in his ribs? Like,
And he was throwing to Michael Bandy.
That
I
was
mean,
like,
come on.
You remember that
I mean,
graphic? I think it was like a primetime game or something. And it was like all the receivers we had. It was like Bandy. It was all, whenever somebody questions the Chargers, I see people post that on it. Like, if you don't know what this is, shut your mouth.
yeah, like That's what it feels like. Is like people are just going like, oh, okay, well, yeah, they shouldn't do well this year, but I think they got to be playoff bound 100% with the team they have, with the coaching staff.
We got to make a run in the playoffs for sure.
100%.
I think you got to be competitive in the AFC West. Like we got to be right there with the Chiefs all season. Yeah. That's the expectation.
And like Athir says, if the team stays healthy, there's no reason. There should be zero reason. If the team stays healthy
and you don't perform, it is all on the coaching
staff. Yeah, 100%.
Let's look at the Padres. That's what's happening right now.
Stop. They won tonight. Stop.
Let them have this.
Impressive.
Athir, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to settle the scoreboard.
Certified fresh?
No, I don't think so.
You're searching?
Nope. Episode 241. Steel trap. Steel trap up here. Told you.
I don't know if I'd go
Frosted mini wheats shifting. Going away.
I'm just saying.
All right, settle the scoreboard. Who asked the question?
Would you rather blow out the Chiefs in the wild card round and lose in the divisional to another team, or make it all the way to the championship game and get blown out by the Chiefs? Charger Chad is fucking awesome.
Little Nicky is a very underappreciated movie.
It really is. I need to give it another watch.
So good.
Yeah, I do remember enjoying
it. Do it again.
So in this scenario,
I hate this. This is basically, sucks. Would you rather lose to the Chiefs?
But you're going to lose in the playoffs anyways. I would
blow
smoke
the
Chiefs.
shit out of the Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't want my season ended by the Chiefs. No way.
That's a full offseason of bragging rights for where
I'd rather beat the Chiefs twice and neither of us make the playoffs than either of these other scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm going to lose in the playoffs anyways, I just want to beat the Chiefs as many times as I can.
Dude, he's talking about an embarrassing game. Remember where we live, Adam. This is gold. Wear your hat every day of the offseason.
Blow out. Yeah,
you blew them out.
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
So if you have to lose, let's go out blowing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blow out the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. Settle the scoreboard. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Zach McNutt, who asked the question. Is Kyle still talking shit during Kevin's backswing?
Yeah, backswing is a lot of things. It's not just golf. It's how when I walk around, when I lose a game, he's talking shit in my backswing.
It's so funny.
The text messages are full of them.
Just talking shit.
Kevin,
I'm gonna leak our text messages.
If you do a mouse like beep beep in his backswing, he's dead. He's gone. He's
just
shanked.
from you.
Yeah. It's just I just live rent free in that little cabeza of yours.
I'll admit it. You do. I want to beat you all the time. This is
I love it.
Just because you won today, it makes it fun. Wait till I come back at you with something.
Well, good thing I would have closed out and been done for the night.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had Kyle. He's a sore loser.
Bad loser. Good thing I don't do it often.
Yeah, good thing.
I don't have a lot of practice.
All right, Zach McNutt, thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Askboltfam with Mr. Pekar, who asked the question.
As y'all know, there was a lovely interview with rookie CJ Okoye, and he talked about how he came to the NFL and how he came to find his way from basketball to football a short time ago. But anyways, if you haven't heard it, you should check it out. Well, after hearing CJ Okoye talk about how his team mates told him the importance of being ready with his sack dance the evening before his first game, then CJ going out and getting his first NFL sack in his first game ever played, and then drop a pretty epic sack dance. I began to ponder sack dances. Over the years, we have seen many sack dances from many different players on our beloved Chargers. Who has or had your favorite sack dance from the Chargers over the years? Then would you please show us your rendition of said sack dance? No repeats, starting with Kyle, then Senior Wolldog, and then Kev. Also, I got a hold the Frosted Mini Wheats auto box this past Friday. All I can say is, wow! Big ups to the Brisket Broads. I met them this past week, and they are some of the most genuine individuals ever. My Haley is looking forward to our next tap lesson from Heather. On that note, FTR, BTFU, and K love you, bye.
Awesome. I'm glad you got to meet him, dude. And look, I talked to him a little bit. He had a good time at camp, which is awesome. So
you got to hold the box.
I'll never.
It's more than you'll ever
shut.
I'm sorry.
And if you do hold it, you'll know it's mine.
Hey, just a reminder,
You're
you
holding
also
my box.
fucking lost, Adam.
It clearly doesn't bother me as much as it does you.
Piece of shit.
We're all winners in Barbell trivia.
But did you guys? Because I saw the CJ Okoye interview on Rich Eisen, and can I tell you something that happened to me that was really cool?
Oh yeah,
they don't call it retweets anymore. I reposted the interview, and I said this is the best interview I've ever seen. It's amazing.
Yes.
Guess who replied?
Who?
Mr. Rich Eisen said, "Thanks, I liked it too."
Wow. He didn't reply. He reposted.
He reposted my repost.
He reposted your repost.
Yeah.
You can't repost a repost.
It was a big day for me.
Triple stamp, a double stamp, Lloyd.
I must have that Antonio Gates kind of like scent
got that
on
glow
me because
about
these
you,
other
yeah.
guys want to with me now. It's awesome.
That's pretty. It was pretty cool.
I want to with the guy. You know, enjoy it, interact. Come on, Kyle.
Get with it, Kyle.
Fucking toddler.
Old man, Kyle.
Oh, I'm the toddler.
Yeah, you act like one. But
And you
continue.
look like one, two. All right. Favorite sack dance
I
from the
mine.
Chargers. So it starts with Kyle. Kevin, don't jump the gun.
I appreciate that layup there.
Winning all night.
Because you put me first. There is one that is instantly you think Chargers sack dance. It's
Of
Sean
course.
Lights Out Merriman. Like
Of
that
course.
is number one, easy, right off the board. And he's flipping the switch. He's flipping that switch. After
Doesn't he have it tattooed
yeah,
on
he's
his
got
arm?
a light switch tattooed on his arm, and that's what he's doing. He's
Turning it
off.
on and off. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
So I mean, there's nothing better than the Sean Merriman. I mean, that's like a top 5 all time sack dance, not just Chargers.
I got one from the 90s. So
Well, hang on.
ready.
It's not your turn.
I know. You won't guess it. You won't guess mine.
Slide out of the saddle.
I'm not worried. I'm not. Nothing's coming out of the bag. You're not getting
Put
mine.
that gun in the holster, dude.
Yeah, we Let's all
Easy.
just put the
So
gun
when I answer
down.
the questions, A, B,
B,
C.
This is not B.
We should have done this. This would have been a lot fucking easier.
Well, that's not
That's a D.
sign language. You just bought a boat if you did that in sign language.
Shut up. I just bought a boat. That was awesome.
Let's see. So, I mean, for me, I agree with Kyle. Sean Lights Out Merriman. That's the sack dance for the Chargers. But I mean, the one that I've seen recently, I mean, is our big boy Bosa, who comes in. He's done one of two. Now, obviously, the big one is the shrug.
Oh, but
got to do the shrug. But
yeah, the teabag was good.
The whole teabagging business.
That's good.
That one, I mean, I want that to come back. He only did that one time. I don't know if he got fined for that one or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
I don't know. He went off to the side and he didn't like if he did it on the guy, then 100%, yeah, he's getting a fine. But
you have like
he was just kind of
cuss guy on the ground and he's just getting teabagged.
boom.
I'll take the 15 if he actually did
That's
that.
a fine and a phone call from Roger Goodell.
Yeah, from his mom.
Principal wants to see you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, Kev. Go right ahead.
So mine's from the 90s. It's from a tight end. His name was Alfred Papunu. And he would take the ball when he would score. He'd take it.
Oh, yeah.
Take the lid off,
Take the
chug
lid, like a
it,
coconut.
and slam it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
awesome.
took the top off the coconut and drink
Is that a
it.
sack dance?
Yeah. That was a
dance.
touchdown dance.
Yeah.
My brain. I'm still
You were so confident.
That's a
I
good
was like,
celebration
wow, I can't wait to
I
hear
heard
this.
celebration. I was
Because
like,
if
that
you're
was my
going
favorite
touchdown,
celebration.
LT, the flick is all time.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not a sack either.
That is, in fact, not a sack.
Oh no! I got one. I got one.
Okay.
Sean Phillips, the bowling.
Yes,
That's mine.
There you go. Reenacted for us. I want to see it. So he came in bowling, kind of did the look,
And then he did that.
Boom. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. Love it. All right. Well, there you go. No repeats.
And he got an extra one. You got one because I can't
And you
fucking
got an
listen
extra
to.
silly
I can't
dance.
follow the rules apparently. A B C D blah blah blah.
Mini wheats.
Shut up.
Hey, me. All right. All right. Well, Mr. Pekar, thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Bolt Fam. We greatly appreciate it. And before we go out, I think part of the loss from this last week
Bolt
happened
prediction.
because we did not do Bolt predictions last week.
It didn't make the outline, and we just totally blew through it.
We just blew right through it like it was our first podcast, and we've not been here before.
Yeah.
So before we go out of this episode, let's make some bold predictions. Chargers are playing. Who the heck are they?
49ers on my birthday.
On my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Look at that.
August. Yeah. We play the 49ers on my birthday. It's a little present.
On
We
my
have to
birthday.
win.
Gotta get a victory on my birthday.
On my birthday. All right. So let's make some bold predictions, birthday boy. What are we predicting?
Bold prediction. Max Duggan plays the whole game, throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yep.
I like
For those
it.
that are just listening, you need to go see Kevin's face.
I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in.
All right. Wow. Okay, cool.
Big
Kevin,
game, Max.
top that.
I think our defense steps up a little more, and I think we get 2 picks.
Ooh, okay.
On Kyle's birthday.
I would love that. Are we doing score predictions or just what's happening predictions?
Yeah, score predictions.
Score prediction.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'll go 34-20.
Okay.
Max Duggan's going off.
He's got 3 touchdowns and 300 yards.
I'm going to go in honor of the day of your birth. I'm going to go 25-14 Chargers. Good luck getting to that, but that's going to happen.
Yeah. You can do it.
It's possible.
Hopefully don't miss any extra points or anything and make me look bad, Dicker the kicker. We need that. That 25's weird, but just get it done.
All right.
It's my brother's birthday.
It's my brother's birthday. Don't make
Just
me
give him
look
what
like
he
an
wants.
asshole.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to predict the Chargers win 28-17, and I think Donald Parham comes in and quiets all of these
Quiet the
naysayers.
haters. Yeah.
Yeah, and comes in and puts on a show.
Stone who?
Stone what? Stone dumb. I'm kidding. Love Stone smart. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
God, low-hanging fruit on that. I like that
I'm
one
going to say
a lot.
Donald Parham gets 50 yards and a touchdown.
Okay. Bounce back game.
Stone dumb.
Not the boldest prediction, but hey, it's preseason. Let me warm up.
We're
to it. I'm
stone
still
dumb
trying
here.
to work out the kinks here. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
No.
I can't wait for that
frosted
mini wheat
thoughts?
box. Yeah.
Happy. I was about
You're
to
not
say.
happy for me.
I was about to say a
Don't lie.
happy early. I was about to say happy early birthday, but I fucking rescind that entirely.
I take it
I hope
back.
your birthday is incredibly average.
Except for the game. I hope it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My birthday has to be good for all of our sake.
Yeah.
Because it's all dependent on
For
that
the greater
Charger
good,
game.
For the greater good.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
I love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Can't love you, bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors. A lot of people want to know, what makes Deano's Beanos so special? Is it the fact that every bean is grown with the utmost care and then picked and canned at just the right time? Is it the special blend of herbs and spices? Or is it the uncanny ability to make grown men cry? We'll never know, but you will when you pick up a can of Deano's Beanos. Deano's Beanos. Get Beanoed.